smarter than you can ever imagine. You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. If you see my face, look at the time. You know it must be time for Real Talk Uncensored. I'm Kiki. That's Tone. That will be Tone. Unfortunately, but fortunately, the convoy traffic has gotten to him this morning. So we're going to start until he gets here. Really? Okay. So today I have with me Casper the Friendly. What's his name? Welcome, Casper. You say
what's the name now?
Yes, Casper the Friendly. What's the name? You fill in the blank. Like whatever you want to be. Just
for most people, be this dick.
Oh, no. I don't associate Casper with that.
Because you're not feeling it.
I'm not. No. What's my bell? Ding. You said boo behind the convoy. Do you have an opinion about the convoy?
Convoy is a piece of shit. It's stupid. I mean, if you're not familiar with the story, this began up in Canada. So pretty much, at first, everyone thought it was Canadian truck drivers protesting up in Canada about the COVID vaccination situation mandates up in Canada. Mm-hmm. And then it came to realizations, no, it wasn't Canadians. It was Americans. And a lot of Southern Americans too, at that, because they had a lot of Trump flags and all that stuff going up there. So that caused the problem. So they were causing delays up in Canada, and a whole bunch of hoopla all over that because Canada has higher, stricter mandates than the U.S. does. Yes. So then all of a sudden, the rumor mill for about a good week that the convoy was going to be coming through the Washington, D.C. area. Mainly, they're going to drive past the White House and all that stuff. So
this was a week ago.
Yeah, about a week ago. Yeah. So yesterday was the quote unquote D-Day for them.
Yes.
And the funny bit was, so I was working at a GW baseball game, and they mentioned the fact that there's going to be traffic when they leave the game, and it was like due to the fact of, oh great, it's the convoy. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait a minute. Looks like we may be okay because the convoy that the route they were supposed to be taking didn't happen. So they pretty much went around the Beltway, which is
like Hagerstown at some point.
Right. So,
for a long time.
So it's like, you guys didn't get the memo or the map. You're using, what kind of map service you're using? So they really didn't get through here.
Put across the windshield.
Yeah.
They had the paper one.
Right. So yeah. So I saw some pictures of people, quote unquote, trying to help celebrate the convoy coming in, and they were just sitting there waiting. Wow. Like literally waiting.
Did you see them over the bridges? They were over all the bridges. Yeah. They had all the flags yesterday. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. I had an aha moment, right? I was in Virginia. Shout out to TLR. I was in Virginia, coming from Virginia. And because they were expecting them to come on the 1st to land for President Biden. Woo! President Biden's address, I thought, oh, maybe something happened. So I kind of looked it up, and I found out like their leader had some trouble with his truck. So we ain't gonna go without you. So they kind of held it up. So the rumblings had quieted. Mm-hmm. Like I'm like, okay. So now I'm coming through VA, and VA for real always have cops at every mile marker. Mm-hmm. This was nothing different yesterday, and I kept saying, wait a minute. This is odd today. And coming into Maryland, it was the same thing. Now, the blessed part is that every time that I was going, like when I left to go to Virginia the day before, the traffic was on the opposite side. Same thing coming. So, however, and whatever, I missed their spin. Yeah. But I did have to do a lot of back roading because everybody else, they were waiting. Like, Americans are funny. We are funny. I don't have a negative thing to say about it though, because if that's your stance and that's what you have to do, you got to look at the big picture though. the big picture. Like, you have these extensive and these excessive and whatever mass mandates for these people that's coming to pick up things to deliver to us. They are unvaccinated, so they're not working and we're not getting something. What's the breaking point? Well, most truckers are not vaccinated. Like, they really feel like they, whatever they feel. I can't speak for them, but we need what they're bringing.
But again, this is again where earlier, late last year, I remember we had a discussion about, well, what about federal workers and all that stuff? And again, you're traveling constantly back and forth in areas that you are unaware of or what's transpiring there. Okay. So again, it's best to properly protect yourself, and again, based off of your employer, mind you, there's of course the federal mandate is supposed to be the highest of all, but then again, if your employer is enforcing this, it's like, hey, you gotta, if you want to keep your job, you gotta do it. So I mean, look, it is what it is.
I stand for people who stand for something.
It's fine. You can stand for if you feel if let's say this, if there was, like, I've known some people who didn't want to get the vaccination up till the point where it's like, this is going to hurt my money. So they did. That's where you got to think about it. It's like, this is how it is. I mean, it's up to that edge to where it's like, okay, are you going to jump or are you going to go walk back and say, all right, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, fast forward a year later, and just like that, Omicron is gone, and just like that, COVID is gone, and just like that, people are lessening the mass mandates or alleviating them or getting rid of them. Mm-hmm. So, come on. You got somewhere, somehow.
Well,
these
again,
people, and guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And guess what? I believe in my spirit that if it weren't for all of these other people that would stand up saying hell no with these masks, we would still. I don't have mm-hmm. An opinion either way about the mask or the mask, because I'm gonna do me. Right. I don't have an opinion about that, but I appreciate people who stand up for what they want. And we, in our country, unless someone gets shot or a police officer is doing something egregious, then we're standing up. But I'm not a trucker. I don't know what that's like. All I know is I be needing cheese and shit. So if I can't get my cheese and shit, there's an issue.
Then make some your own cheese.
With what? I don't have a farm out back. Because everything that I'm using to make cheese, they're bringing in some way, shape, or form.
But again, here's the other thing. Well, let's put it this way: a lot of the truckers, those are the ones that cross country. Most of these truckers that everyone's seen or whatever, they're people coming from all over the states. So the local ones. Yes, the local ones are the ones. The ones are kind of like, I figure, like, those are the ones. Again, you got to fully rely on. Now, if those people get stopped, the ones that, let's say, within the Atlantic seaboard area, let's say between Maryland to Florida, I would have a problem about.
Why do there have to be sections?
Because there are sections. Because again, it depends on the routes and all that stuff. So,
man, listen, stand for what you stand for, yo. This right here is how it is supposed to be done. There are inconveniences 199% of the time when it comes to people who stand up for what they believe in. There's always conveniences.
Yes,
inconveniences.
Inconveniences, but again,
yeah, but it's not pulling up.
What?
Nothing. On the app or the nothing.
Okay, well, we'll see. Let me see what's going on. But anyway, just continue on. We're still recording.
This is what up, though? Your voice do it for me. Your voice do it for me in the morning. Yes.
I'm glad. How you doing, baby? How you doing?
I'm fine now. What up, though? Happy Monday.
Happy motherfucking Monday. I'm tired, motherfucking
Gas
Monday.
monkey.
Yeah, listen, Slim. Listen. So, you feel better?
Can I?
You got some explaining to do.
Can I shy away from the convoy? We're gonna get back.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to that fucking convoy.
Not on the app. Do you? Rip Radio Network is
down on Facebook.
Pulling up for the kid. Okay, let me.
Okay, my bad. Yo,
Okay, wait a minute. Let me start over.
We getting our shit together, y'all. It's Monday morning. We had a long goddamn weekend. I know I did. I don't know about y'all, but I had a long goddamn weekend. Pardon me, but I will be dealing with my tablet today because I had to buy a brand new one. Thanks for some rat bastard down in fucking
I don't see it.
Hampton stole my fucking tablet. Now you have a brick. You can't use it for shit.
Oh, somebody stole it?
Somebody stole my tablet.
From where? No, like what?
It was on my bike. It was gone. It's just gone. Somebody got that shit, and now they have a brick. So yeah. Okay. So
is it showing up for you?
What?
You see anything?
On what? On
whatever.
I don't have. I'm still setting this fucker up. So I
Your
just have
phone
Facebook.
like is something. I'm not getting anything.
You said we're not on Facebook.
Huh?
We're not on Facebook. Okay.
I need to get up.
Yeah. You gotta get up. You gotta get up. Sorry, well, we having technical difficulties to see what's going on. Damn, you fucking up for real, shawty. Like, what the fuck? Here we go. Okay, y'all. So, stay tuned to us and bear with us as we get our shit together and learn that we're not on Facebook no more.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Oh. I just been pulling up on Facebook and the app. I've been going to the app and it's not even showing up on the app.
Yeah. So.
We're not on Facebook.
Okay.
I got
Officially haven't been on Facebook for 6 days.
So wait a minute. I'm going to Facebook for the app. I have to go to the app in my phone.
Yeah. Well,
It's.
it looks like you need the new app.
I have two.
Wow, we are having some serious.
Well, I was talking anyway. Today is Casper the Friendly. What's his name? Like
You name him?
No.
This dick!
He named himself, and I'm just not. I'm just not.
Is there a new app for Rip Radio, or is it an old app?
No, unless you didn't update it. I don't know.
I updated, man. There's two.
Well, I'm installing it now. Mind you, I have a new phone, new tablet. I have new shit. So, you know. Don't you just hate having to set shit up when you
I
first
hate it.
start?
At least you got that joint like. Somebody stole it.
Yeah. That shit is just gone.
Like it just where you left it at, you went back, it just wasn't there.
It's gone. It's nowhere to be fucking found at all.
Did
nowhere
you frisk every motherfucker?
I didn't realize this shit until, you know what I mean, when you shake it and move it, you don't realize it until the last minute. And then when I realized it, I was like, what the fuck, yo? You know, it's gone. You know, and I'm a little upset behind that shit. You know, okay, so let's see.
So, where you left it at?
Oh shit! So I can see myself online, but can I see comments from people? Let's see. Let's talk about that.
That's probably a
that's
no,
that's a big issue.
I did ask.
That was supposed to have changed and been fixed. That we were supposed to be able to see comments. Yeah.
We would like to have that.
I would like to have that, but you know, so you know, so I had I'm just upset that I can't find my shit. So now I had to go out and buy the brand new one because when I called the Shurian is like, yo, nigga, you know, we don't make that. They don't make that tablet no more.
Yeah.
And it was like, you have to upgrade to the new one.
Okay.
Okay.
Still covered under that.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, bet. Well, we don't have none in the warehouse.
You got to go to
So you have to go and buy it outright and then
we'll
send us the receipt and we'll reimburse you. I was like, you fucking rat bastard.
You're so lucky you got money. And that is a necessity for you. I need, listen, honestly, I have a laptop at home that is so out of date. I need to get another one. I have 3 tablets. None of them are upgraded. I have, 2 tablets and I have an iPad. And all that shit is old. All of it's old. I'm gonna. So, back to you, Tone. I want you to understand. I said the shout out to TLR already. I want you to understand that I forgot that you came to my room. I forgot. And it was a dream. Did I ask you why you so loud? Did I say that?
No, you didn't say that. Because I was like, it was so bad. I come to your room, right? And I'm like, clean.
Did you say my room?
I was like, clean it, baby. Come on, clean it, baby. Come on now. And you rolled over and was talking to me, and you didn't know what the fuck. You was like, huh? You were talking about some shit. Me and PJ looking at each other like, the fuck is she talking about? You got up like you was having a conversation with somebody in your dream and started talking to us like we knew what the fuck it was you were talking about. And I was like, what the fuck?
And did I even tell you, I know this is stupid. Did I say that? I mean, in my heart, I feel like I know this is stupid. I know I ain't saying nothing.
You just were rambling, and you was like, I'm like, look, this woman was so tired, right? She goes,
how tired was she?
She gets into bed fully dressed, jacket on, everything on, vest on, jacket on. She's suited and booted in the bed, and she's laying there like this.
Glasses?
Yes.
I was like,
you know what I mean?
Because my plan was to get up. My plan, listen, everyone who encountered me up until about 8 o'clock, I was faking it. You was faking it. I did not work at the salon on Saturday, so I worked all week.
Okay.
Day in, day out. So I could not have that Saturday and still get everybody straight, right?
Yeah.
So when I got off of work Friday morning, I was tired. I was like, that's why I didn't ride. So I was like, PJ said, well, you can ride. I'm going. Because he was going, but he said to me, I said, I can't go until Saturday. And I was like, I'm going to ride. Man, I got off. He's like, nah, don't worry about it. Like, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got in the car, and I was like, listen to the music, and like, for 30 minutes. So I woke back up, because the music was doing what it was doing, and I made a few videos, and I made a few blah blah blah, trying to be a good road dog, because you can't really sit in the front seat and go to sleep. Like you're not supposed to. If you're gonna be in the front seat, you have a job to do. So I slept total maybe an hour. By the time I got there, we got to the bowling alley. Boom, the cups start start bowling. We start doing what we doing. We moving on, and we come back to the hotel. You know how that go.
Yeah.
Eat a little something. Torch. Shout out to Young Gunners. Torch.
He's always
wide
party
open.
was inside of a fucking party.
He
you know what I mean?
wide open. Then the chicken came. Then to this. Then to that. And then DJ coming in and get a picture of me sleep with my face down on the bed.
He got the picture?
Yes.
He got the picture?
Yes.
Good shit. DJ, we need that picture. We need that picture, bro. We need that picture like good shit, nigga. We need that shit.
Yo, I was a mess. Then I finally got up and I was like, I'm going to go to my room. Letitia Barnes was saying, Kiki, I said, girl, I'm about to go get dressed. Got in that bed and it was 4:46 a.m. when I got up.
Look, and you, so we in there, and mind you, I go in there and see her, and it's about 8 o'clock. About 8 o'clock-ish, around there, 8 o'clock, 8, 9, about 8, 9 o'clock-ish. See her in the bed sleep. And she's like, after she does her babbling and all, has no idea what the fuck she talking about. She babbling. She laying in the bed, y'all, grabbing her coat like she outside, like she cold.
Oh, under the blankets, too.
Under the blankets, right? And then she looks at me and says, just give me 15 minutes. I'll be good with you in 15 minutes. All right, Kiki, I'll see you on Monday, Kiki.
And I was the happiest in the world to see you, too. Oh, Tone, all this.
Look, she was out cold, y'all. Like if you have the pleasure to be around Kiki when she wakes up, you got to give her a good 5 minutes, yo, to get her fucking mind together and get her shit together. Because if you try to talk to her, she gonna have a whole other conversation with you. Wasn't I just talking to you about such as Kiki? I just walked in here. You asleep,
like
baby.
A whole drug addict. But that is exhaustion. That is exhaustion. That right there is fatigue. That hit the 48-hour mark, and I just couldn't go another second. That's why people's like, oh, you go sleep here. Yeah, if I'm sleepy, I can't do it.
Yo. So let me tell you this. As we started off, the weekend started off okay. I get off work, you know what I mean? And I get on the road, and it was fucking freezing Friday night, too.
It was.
You know what I mean? So I'm strapped up, warm, riding down the road. I get down there. I party a little bit. I partied a little harder than usual.
Thursday night?
Oh, no, Friday.
Okay.
Friday night, the meet and greet. You know what I mean? They didn't have no Hennessy, so I had to drink. I was drinking Double Crowns and Coke. Yeah, crowning me. So, you know what I mean? I kind of earned my name out of control. I was in the lobby and went off and was going off on people. It didn't matter. It was a whole nother level. DJ's face was like, nigga, you was on 5 million. But it was all right. We get up Saturday morning and we shoot out. Shout out to Les Roll for having another successful event. You know what I mean? That joint was hot. You know what I mean? We shot down there. Shout out to the brothers that I rode with. You know what I mean? I pound with them brothers anywhere. You know what I mean? Havoc from block burners.
Yes.
Suave, House, DJ, and Wild Child.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we pounded down that joint, you know what I mean? And, House broke down on the side of the road.
I saw that.
Yeah, man.
But I heard he started right back up, though.
Nah, we was there for a minute. He figured it out, though. I'm going to tell you this much. That man, all right, was able to take his bike apart real fucking fast. Like, yo, this nigga, and because he didn't have his tools with him, you know what I mean? Havoc had his tool bag with him. We took that shit apart. He figured it out what the problem was. We got back rolling. Now I have to shout out. I forgot the name of Creepers or something like that. There was a motorcycle club that pulled over the side of the road to check to make sure that we was all right. Right? Nice. Shout out to that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put the other motherfuckers on blast, but I really should, though. Rat bastards.
Somebody kept rolling?
Motherfuckers that knew us.
No way.
Nah, but it was already discussed. You know what I mean? I talked to the powers that be. They apologized for those people. I'm not holding that whole club accountable because it was only individuals that was on some real function. So now get to let's roll.
Hold on. Can I add something though? Did anybody put their helmet out by itself on the side of the road, top side down?
I didn't know that.
Yes. If you are broken down on the road, you take your helmet, like this is a helmet, and you sit away from your bike, like so the people can see. That's the first thing they see, and that lets them know that you need help.
Okay, so here's the thing. We were lined up on the side of the road.
Yes.
Right? Niggas is out there cuts. You can see houses down there. I mean, this nigga was dirty. He was in the bike, working in the bike. So you knew, but here's the problem. So we finally get the man's bike back up and running. Like, yo, like serious shit. We get the shit back up and running. We blast down there. We get down there, and I see certain people, and I'm like, yo, the fuck, I saw you drive by. You know what I mean? Yeah, we saw y'all.
They thought y'all was convening.
No, we saw y'all, but we saw y'all. But you know the problem is. They don't stop for no fucking body, so it didn't matter.
Nice. And who is that?
I can't say that. I can't. I won't do that.
No,
I've already talked to the people at B. I went to lo and behold, I went straight to your president, motherfucker. I went straight to your president. I went straight to the powers that be and talked to them and told them what the fuck happened, which was bad business.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did they uphold that idea? Like, we don't stop for no. They upheld that?
No, they were fucking disappointed. Okay, they were pissed. Okay. Well, they were pissed that, you had your members that would do some sucker shit like that. So now my feeling is if I see those same individuals broke down on the side of the road, as I'm riding past, I'm going to roll the window down and be like, fuck y'all, and keep going.
Well, I wanted to say I'm glad I wasn't trying to get you to out them for negative reasons, but if they uphold that and that's their stance, I was going to ask you to let me know so I don't expect that. You understand?
I get you. But
if they're uppers, that's not their practice, and they check these people because everybody's not educated on stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people. I know that I used to roll with girls that girls wouldn't stop because it was a ploy for people to rob you for your bike. So a lot of girls wouldn't stop. So it's an education. That's an educational moment.
Yeah. So it was like These are things that you need to know. Like, if a biker's on the side of the road, at least pull over, see if he's hiding. He needs some help. You know what I mean? You may not be, but you never know. Just at least pull over. That's just cold. You never leave a man behind. You don't do it. You fuck who you are, you just don't do it. You don't leave this man behind. If you see him on the side of the road, you don't leave him behind. This is just things that we just do not do. We just don't do it. So.
And if you didn't know it, now you know.
Yeah.
Real talk, education.
That was educational, y'all. We had to educate. But outside, all in all, it was a great fucking run, great riding. A lot of miles put in. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to TLR once again, hosting a good event. Shout out to Let's Roll. Shout out to Steady Redline. I mean, shout outs, man. It was a great fucking weekend, man.
Steady Redline came
out? Yeah. They did their thing in New York this weekend too. You know what I mean? Underworld was everywhere. Underworld was everywhere.
Well, as per usual.
Yeah, got to be everywhere. That's what you got to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, all right. So let's jump back on this convoy shit. So because yesterday I get back, right? Mm-hmm. I'm on my way to work, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm on my way to work, and I get down to the mixing bowl, and I'm like, damn, there's some state troopers over there. I swear, for God, from the time I got to the mixing bowl until I got to the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, I seen like 15 state troopers.
Yes.
This shit was. I'm like, hold on. What the fuck is really going on? So I was able to flow across the bridge, and once I got across the bridge, as I get closer to my job, shit just stopped. You know what I mean? So when I finally got inside my job, my dude was like, yeah, it's that convoy shit. Them people out there, because I seen people outside with their fucking flags waving.
Yes, on the bridges.
Idiots.
Okay.
Stupid motherfucker.
Okay, so we gotta back up with this.
Sorry, we gotta rewind a little bit, but fuck,
no, it's okay. Because I honestly thought we were all on the same page with this. But everybody that's listening, please jump on the app. We are not on Facebook anymore. Our time has gone. It's come and gone.
Did we post that on Facebook?
I'm trying to just now because I really thought that we had like a few more whatevers to go. So,
it's for the better. Trust me, for the people.
I understand it is, but I think we're just having separation anxiety right now.
Don't leave me.
I know. Like, no.
Well, Trump and I, we talked about, this separation for a while, and we pretty much said, kind of like how WWE got rid of they became entertainment, they were known as Federation. So, and back in the day when they were making that switch, they said, we're getting the F out. So, and that's what we did. We're getting the F out because Facebook because it's, to be fully honest with you, it is preventing a lot of your guys' shows, especially on the network, to really give its full potential.
Yeah, because I go back and look at some of those, and there's blank spots, there's muted points, there's I get in trouble a lot. Like I'm really, honestly, I put a post up in 2011 that was like, and what it was a person's face and one eye was closed, and it was a razor, and it was the imagination that, and it was like, before I go to work, it's like, I'd rather go to work or I'd rather do this than go to work today. And it was like, oh, they blocked me for something, like, and Instagram is doing the same thing to me. I cannot go live on Instagram, so I appreciate the push. I'm going to have a little something about it for a minute until I can get everybody.
Yeah, because I thought we were going to have comments on the app.
Yeah, actually, they're commenting. I think I understand the reasoning why you guys don't. So I've reached out to the tech team, and hopefully we'll try to get that resolved at least by next week. But again, you can call 301-232-5700.
Just bear with us.
See, the problem is a lot of our listeners are at work, so they can't call because their boss is like, bitch, if you touch that phone,
well, tell them to listen to the show and then they can call.
So when you have the other option of commenting, it helps us too.
I get you.
So
I mean,
we'll get it. We'll get it together. And for real, I'm gonna mark today at 9:33 on 3/7/22. This is our elevation point. It's something that we just got to do, and guess what? We just got to work freaking harder.
Yeah,
gotta work freaking harder.
Fuck. Okay, so everybody had a great weekend. Respect your bullshit. Yeah, Duke, that was fucked up. Man, niggas, motherfucker, did you see that? People was really crying and booing and all that shit. Nigga, take the L. Get your ass out of here. It's time for you to retire. Goodbye. Coach K. You know what I mean? He retired. You know what I mean? It was his last home game. It was his last home game, right?
You're gonna cry. Separation.
You know what I mean? They wanted to win, but they didn't get a W. North Carolina was like, fuck y'all take this L. You know
I want to also add happy birthday to Marion Barry on yesterday. Marion Barry, y'all know, was mayor of DC for a long time. And as I was listening to the contributions and the things that they was getting, Marion Barry did he did it big for black people.
He did a lot for DC.
I was not here.
He was the first mayor crackhead that got caught. He had some prostitutes. So what? But you got to look at the body of work that he contributed to DC. The man did a lot.
Look at the money that he brought to that city, and look at the people's pockets. Like, a lady was saying, like, because of Marion Barry, it's like the first 5 or 6 billionaires came off in DC. And not up until that point, until he got there weren't any.
You know what I mean? You see how that is?
He handed and put people in place and put people in position to be millionaires. Like, now, I don't know what's going on with DC.
You don't have that. You don't have that no more. You don't have that.
It's a little snow laden to me. It's a little snowy.
They couldn't let it go back to them days no more. So I got a question for you before we get into everything. D.L. Hughley, right, said, and
the G is silent.
Yeah, he said, Kanye West is stalking Kim Kardashian. Is that true?
He did put that narrative out there.
Yes.
I agree with him. I agree with that. It is a form of stalking. Kiki, what's your opinion? She's looking for the.
If you look up the definition of stalking,
Yeah,
yes,
make this sound good.
but that's her husband. Like on the way out.
No, anymore.
No.
They're not legally divorced.
They're divorced. Yes, they are. They're divorced.
Separated.
No, they're divorced.
Are they?
Yes.
They're divorced.
She was able to get it quickly done. I don't know how, but she was able to
They
get it
are
done.
divorced. You know what I mean? Now, even though they were separated, legally separated, and as you tried to eloquently put it, move on. You were stalking her. It became, okay, I peeped the stalking when they separated and he bought the house across the street from her. Nigga, I'm not going to buy a house across the street from my ex. That's creepy.
Okay, so look, let's bring this in real time, right?
Yeah.
God forbid this never happens to you in your situation.
Okay.
But say, for instance, your marriage is dissolved, right?
Yeah.
And your wife, your ex-wife or whatever, your wife at the time, because they were still married,
Okay.
move a whole nigga in, like next week. You got 5 kids with her.
Okay. I see what you, okay.
I ain't saying that if we are over that you need to give me time, but it is appreciated when you give someone time. Like when you
Okay.
it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. Like we've been
Kanye,
married, my nigga.
You shouldn't
and
have married her. Shouldn't have married her.
Those are her facts. But they're give a person time. Like Kim Kardashian and them, like I can't even tell you that they even love people. You think they love people?
No. That's a fucked up breed right there. That whole family, that whole little cluster of them are fucked up people. Them women, if you start dating into that fucking family, something's gonna be wrong with you after you leave them.
If you look at the time frame of the time that she dated this person and broke up and like it is just they overlapping and
Back to back.
for the average
You jump
person.
out one and jump into the next.
Yes, like you was in a marriage for 72 days and got out of it and like was in a relationship in a week. Like that's not normal. So for real, when you love a person and you think that they love you enough to marry you, I ain't saying that you got to do nothing for me. However, but it's appreciated.
Well,
it's for the sake of our family. If you don't move the next nigga in next week.
Okay.
She didn't move the
Give me
nigga in,
time.
though. She didn't move the nigga in, though.
Yeah, let's put it in this aspect. I always have this, among the main 3 sisters, Chloe, Courtney, and Kim, and it's that F, Marry, Kill situation. And the only person, me personally, that I would ever want to be with, fully and marriage-wise and have kids and all, is Courtney. Because she's the only one who pretty much is like, look, she's distanced herself from the show like way before she did. She hasn't done any of the shows, the last 2 seasons of the show, because she feels like I'm just focused on me and my family and that's it. Okay. Scott is the only one who keeps coming in and out because he still wants to be relevant. Kim, her issue is, I think she's such a drama queen. From the point where it's like, and she gets it from her mom and all that stuff, and her mom just pretty much, fuels this as well because again,
she's a cash cow. First of all,
yeah. So the whole issue is, the way I see it is let's say for Kim's sake, yes, it's stalking. Kanye has not gone. I understand they have kids. Mm-hmm. I understand you want to be close by the kids. If you say that and state that, fine. But when you are berating and going after her current boyfriend, when you make a diss record about her boyfriend, when you pretty much make a video, when you pretty much dating someone else who kind of looks like her and try to mimic the same things that she's doing at the same time, yeah, that's stalkish. Yeah. And it seems like it's like, dude, get over it and move the fuck on.
You're gonna tell
what you kind of did with your new girlfriend now.
You're gonna tell someone with a mental illness Because let me say this to
Well,
you.
he's saying he doesn't have a mental illness.
He admitted that he's bipolar. He admitted that.
People are defending him, saying he's not crazy. He doesn't have a mental disorder.
I don't think that he's crazy. I think that there is a diagnosis of bipolar, which is a mental illness.
Which is fine.
So let me say this: when you deal with people with those mental incapacities or shortcomings, because there's something that's shortened that they don't have that we have with their brains. That bipolar thing, mental illness is something that's missing.
I agree.
That's not regular, right? To me, if I deal with a person with that type of mental illness, I do things differently because you don't react regularly to things. And if I married you, and this is like, you're taunting, you're gaslighting, you're fanning the flames of this because you're gonna move on with yourself. And in this case, sweetheart, it probably can't happen.
Okay, so first and foremost, he did decide to marry her. She decided to marry him. You already knew what type of motherfucking female this was, but the power of the pussy made you weak. Now, I'm not saying that he's not bipolar or I think it intensified when his mama died.
Did you do the homework I gave you? You still didn't do the homework?
I've been busy though. I've been like serious. Listen, so Kiki, hold on. So I'm leaving to go to Vegas at the end of this week. I'm going to Vegas for the weekend. So while I'm on the plane, I'm going to download the shit. And while I'm flying, I'm going to watch the shit because I need shit to watch while I'm flying. So I'm going to watch the shit.
Okay.
You got 4 hours on that plane.
I got more than that. It's like, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like 4 hours. You got like 4 hours on that plane. I'm going to need you.
Do your homework.
Do your homework, bro.
I got layovers too. I didn't get direct flights. I got layovers.
There you go.
But here's the other thing though. You keep saying, and a lot of people keep saying, well, it's because his mama died, and it's like
I didn't say that.
Well,
I did.
Anybody, just whoever. It has been over 10 years.
Facts.
Can we get over the fact that it's been? I understand for you. Trust me, I know it's going to be rough. It's been rough for me too with the passing of my dad. But the thing is like at some point in time we can't use that as an excuse for him, especially for him in a situation where he had a wife and 4 kids with. It doesn't make sense to say because of the fact that like what he's doing now is really in relation to what happened, to the passing of his mom. There's no connection there with that.
Shut up.
That's why I backed away from the mic.
Shut up. Respectfully. It's not an excuse. I don't condone it, but it could very well be a real reason. There's something in me. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know if it's because it's mamas. I don't know if it's parents. I don't know if it's people. I don't know if it's people. I'm speaking from my mother. There is a part of me that short-circuited when my mother died, and I've not been able to get that back.
Okay, so I don't mean to cut you off, but I agree with you there because my dad is going through the same thing when he lost his mother. He's going through the same thing.
My mother died when she was 67 years old, and her mother died probably in 82. And she never got through it. So trying to tell someone how to grieve or how not to. I didn't say that
grieve. I'm not. I'm just saying.
Let me finish. So I'm trying to. Is inappropriate. I didn't say that you said that, but there are people like you did say, let's get over it or let's stop you. I can't tell people that because if you look at the documentary, did you look at it?
I don't care about it.
Yes or no?
No, I guess if I don't care about it means I'm not going to see it.
So I would advise you. I would advise you, not that you care, but there's an understanding that I gained from looking at it. I am a Kanye fan. Like regardless of what the hell who you stalking and all that stuff, I got an endpoint to that. Whoever you're stalking, or however your home life is, I don't really care about that, right? However, I like the artist. I like the creative person that is, and because I looked at it, you try to understand people. That's just my thing. I want to understand why the fuck you are who you are. And at that moment, the build up to the moment that Miss Donda passed away, you could see the change And I don't know if the documentary was set up that way because I'm not a friend of his. Don't know him. But you could understand. Not that you need a softer aspect, or not that you need to have. Oh, this is why. Not that. But it will help you in dealing with people who have this same mental illness. It's a thing.
I like I said, I understand that aspect. But at some point when you've distanced the time frame from that point, we've always said it. Let's do this. We've always said the fact is like Kanye something's been off since his mom died. We've been saying that for again over 10 years. So, and in Kim's case, who dealt with him, this is probably the reason why she left him. You ever think? Because if it's mentioned in the documentary, fine. But the thing is like, because Kim literally, I remember her stating, has tried to deal with him and his issues. And it got to the point where she cannot deal with it anymore.
But is it fair to say that she's damaged herself?
She's damaged herself the moment she's fucked Ray J.
That moment, no, they're union. Because if you think there ain't no illnesses going on, some mental shit going on with them Kardashians, you tripping. Their union did whatever. But I'm gonna give you the term. There's some people that need handlers. Right. Dogs off the leash, and I think Kanye's mother was his handler. And if you look at the documentary, there's no one else that had that was able to bring that back around. And because he is a billionaire, there's no one who's gonna trump that because people are yes men. Once you start,
because basically you just said that right there. Because at some point in time, that's why I felt like Kim maybe just felt like I wouldn't say tried to handle him. It's just like you're trying to handle a freaking F5 hurricane. I mean, it's just impossible. So the point where she says, you know what, I can't deal with this anymore. She tried. I'll bring you the kids and all that stuff. And the whole ordeal about him saying, well, the birthday issue and all that stuff. And it's like, dude, you're a grown man's man.
I think rich people tried. I don't think that she downsized.
Okay, so Chicago, because they're both rich. They're both rich.
I'm
so
saying,
they deal with shit different.
They're
Hollywood, exactly.
No, so I'm saying I think that she rich people tried. Like Donda, poor people tried. You do what you have or what you have. But when you rich people try, you try to do things to try to help the situation as opposed to, because I wouldn't have gave you 5 kids if you was fucked in the brain. I wouldn't. Because guess what? Mental. I think on a different plane. Did she see that
in the beginning?
I think she see that. Of course she did.
And she still gave him 5. So her excuse for giving him 5 kids. You know what I mean? Or is it 5 kids?
It's 4.
It's 4. 4 kids.
Is it 4?
It's 4 kids. Okay, so she
that's rich people trying. That's
but
rich people
4
trying.
Kids is trying?
Rich people trying, because guess what? If I just give you something to focus on.
Okay, so I'm going to go down that avenue with you. Okay, so she gave you 4 kids. And hopefully the love from them 4 kids would make up for your mama. It never happened.
It never happened. So I feel like, in knowing whatever you know, it's like now you have, because mental illness is hereditary. So who knows, out of whatever amount of these children that they have to, that's going to resurface. You understand? It's a lot. I'm not nobody's psychiatrist. I ain't nobody's.
Kanye, I'm praying for you. Even though you're a billionaire, you ain't gonna listen to nobody, but you really need to help somebody. You really think in your ideology and your mind that you're normal. I think that the major nail in the coffin for him was when he decided he was going to run for president. Listening to Donald Trump, like, bruh, that right there solidified you're a wacko motherfucker.
That was in the documentary too. Do your homework, bro.
I'm gonna do the homework, but seriously though, you gonna be president? Do you want Kanye West as your president of the United States?
I'm gonna tell you the same thing that fueled that is what fueled Donald Trump. It's that money. The nigga had hit a billionaire status. Do it. Watch the documentary.
I'm gonna watch the documentary. When you hit a billionaire status, doesn't mean that you're a fucking president of the United States.
One of them won. One of them won. It does mean
yes, because the one that won used the fucking. Let me choose my words carefully.
Why not?
Oh, fuck it. I don't have to choose my words carefully. We ain't on Facebook. They used the racist shit. He went to the fucking rednecks that needed a fucking leader, and they fucking band together.
So why not?
Who was Kanye going to turn to?
So Kanye probably felt, I don't know what he felt, probably felt like, let me spin this. If you did that, let me do this.
I'm gonna be like Obama and jump and get the colors to vote for me. Fuck you, you're crazy.
He highlighted a lot of the shit that Trump was doing as negative, when that was his strategy. If I show you this negative shit, then I'm a shoo-in.
Okay. I don't need the documentary.
I need
let's really back it up. This is a guy who went on a national television show and literally says slavery was a choice.
Facts.
Right then and there, I was like, nah. We had this argument.
You can but again, you have people who were behind there argue with him on that show live. It was live.
You know, this should be under our title, stupid shit.
Yes, because it honestly, as much as we keep saying, as much as we keep defending him, and this is the other thing. It's one thing to handle him. We've been coddling him. Majority of people, not just the people he works with, but in addition to the freaking fans, we've been coddling him to the point of giving us this praise of him being a quote unquote self-proclaimed genius. It's like, give me a fucking break.
The documentary, and you will see.
Don't need that. I really don't.
I didn't ask you what you needed. I'm saying because you have very strong opinions, it will give you another look. Because if you can see where the normalcy began and ended, you will understand, and it's clear. So for real, people give people a benefit of the doubt when they just didn't come out the gate crazy. If I come in this bitch and all of a sudden I start slurring my speech and stuff like, there's a change in my status. You know where?
Better yet, this is why I don't need a documentary.
Oh my God.
Because here's the reason.
What's the name?
Can hear it in his music. Because honestly, for this day and age, a lot of people want so much more from their artists. They want to know everything in and out. So that's why these documentaries, their interviews, and all this stuff. They pretty much want to see all that. They need that consumption. Me, it's like, look, I love Rihanna, but here's how I know Rihanna: from her first album to currently, to her fashion, to everything. It's like, that's Rihanna I know. And I don't need a documentary. I've already seen it because it's doing herself. What I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's like, from the last album I ever got from him, that which I believe was The Graduation, I felt like, okay, I can deal with this Kanye. After his mom died, it was like the music changed, his verbiage has changed in his music, everything changed within there. And I felt like, okay, this is getting weird for me, and I couldn't relate to that.
Proving my point, but no. I challenge you. I challenge both of you, man, to find some of your friends that are bipolar and live what they ask for 1 week. And you,
so my sister's bipolar.
I'm saying that to say this. Bipolar. There is a. I don't know if I should say a square, a circle, or a triangle, because they're cycles. They cycle around. The ones that I know, because I'm not bipolar, but I do have a sister and I have a few friends and my niece is, and there's a cycle. So it's usually money, drugs, sex, and religion. And it goes in that cycle. So at some point in time, you're going to get a whole bunch of quotes. And I think that's where we are with Kanye right now. My sister was in that state. Oh my God! For probably a year, this girl know the Bible front and front. She can quote these and throw in that word. You know that word. But the next month, she was like going to see the weed man. Like, was buying pounds. You know what I'm saying? Then it was like I would go and visit her, and the dude that she was living with, he's gone, and there's the next guy, and then there's the next guy, and then that night she was seeing someone else, and then came the money. The money that they acquire, and then spend it like 40 going north. And I don't know what that is, but I saw that in several people that have this illness. So I'm just saying, you expect some regular shit from somebody who don't have regular thinking, and I think that's unfair. It's unfair.
Well, Conde, I hope you get the fucking help you need.
Me too.
Figure the fuck out.
Broke my heart.
You know what I mean? It is. It's heartbreaking, but
Yes.
I am going to try to do my homework when I'm on this plane, and just for shits and giggles, because I got time in the air to sit there and do absolutely nothing.
I'll peek over behind you and steal the notes.
There you go.
I'm going to give you such a pinch.
Yeah, really? Okay.
RG3 book is not coming out. It's not coming out.
Okay, so we talked about that. And we said that wasn't going to come out.
You told me.
It said that wasn't going to come out. That was a publicity stunt. You know what I mean? Do you really think they were going to allow him to do some shit like that? He was doing it for the attention. RG3, go sit your ass down somewhere. Go find something else to do. But that wasn't it. And we're not going to let that happen.
Do you think that it was the people who... Do you think that it was the commanders, that's people who put a stop to it, or?
I think it was a lot of different people. I'm not just going to say the commanders. You know what I mean? But here's what you're going to do. You're going to publish a book that's going to destroy a football franchise, right? Your memoirs. Who's going to publish that? Who wants to get blackballed for that?
Who want to see Dan Snyder? Because you're going to see Dan Snyder.
You're going to see Dan. You're going to see his partners. It's a lot of other people tied into this. You know what I mean? And a lot of money tied into this. When you have that big money tied into it, they're not going to allow something like that to happen. You may try to put it out there, but they're going to dead that shit now. You're going to piss all over your dreams. So here's what you do. You want to be something? Put it out independently. If it's that motherfucking of a big deal, print it and put it out.
Can you do that and still be employed by ESPN? Like, can you do something?
Okay, but that was part of the catch. If you do this shit, you put a bullseye on your back and you are done. You're blackballed forever. And why would you do that? Because you're going to implicate a lot of fucking people. Nah, nigga, you ain't gonna stupid that.
But,
so I'm not surprised.
But here's some white people thinking, but we can make a ton load of money, and I won't need ESPN. I won't need anyone.
He's gonna need ESPN. He is going to need ESPN. You're not going to make that type of money off that book.
You don't think?
You know what I mean?
People are nosy. We are so nosy.
Okay, so we're at that stage. We're like, I was watching this shit like the '90s where trash TV started, and this will be would be considered under trash TV because you want to know about the trash and the dirty people. Okay. That's why fucking TV is the way. The reality shows are the way they are today. You got rid of the talk shows, and you replace them with reality shows. Yeah. It's the same thing with this book. It's just a reality show that he wants to put on and get his fucking claim to fame, which will be all of 1.5 minutes. And then after that, you're going to be broke and you're not going to have no job, no income, no nothing, and you're going to be ain't worth 2 cents. Simple as that. Shut the fuck up about the stupid book. You know what I mean? If you're not gonna put it out personally, you know what I mean, independently, then just shut the fuck up about it. You know what I mean? Because Dan Snyder and them got more money than you. They're gonna crush you with their wallet. Your dreams and hopes will be over.
Would you have taken a peek at the book?
I'd have glanced at it.
What's the name? Would you have wanted to look over his shoulder?
Yo, still called him drywall earlier.
Oh, shit.
Who?
One of our listeners was like, yo, tell drywall to get your shit fixed. I was like, I looked at it from him and was like, drywall? Wait, wow, I caught that. Yeah, nigga, that was fucking hilarious.
I like that.
You know, so, I mean, would you have looked at it to see, just a glance, and see what they were talking about?
No. What's the point? I mean, I'm not an RG3 fan. I was never an RG3 fan. So to me, it's like all you're doing is putting more, fire and more fuel to the fire that's already been burning for a while for a lot of people. Yes.
Yeah, so, I get that part. You know what I mean? I get that part. But I think some people are going to look just to see. You know what I mean? Which is already on top of the bullshit that Dan Snyder and them got going the fuck on. You know what I mean? Dan Snyder and them got a whole lot of bullshit going on already. So, you know what I mean? Why keep beating this shit? Like I said, my response is let the federales step in, let them alphabet boys step in, let everybody step in, the government step in and control the shit. Fuck. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Tell Clorox Clorox bottle to fix that shit. Yeah. Oh my God.
Fix what?
So did you get my
I got an idea for y'all because my fans is blowing up my fucking phone and all this other shit. Fans are blowing up the phone. I got a trick. I got something I'm gonna try to pull for y'all next week. Relax and chill. I'm gonna see how I can finesse that shit.
Well,
we can kill two birds with one stone.
The issues with the comments. Let me rephrase that. Go to the Rip Radio app. There's a thing where we have a thing where you can do the comments, and then you go where it says discover. You just slide it over, it'll say discover, and you'll see the Real Talk Uncensored group. And then join that group, and you'll get the chance to comment and everything else there.
Oh, shit. Hold on. So I'm going. So
wait a minute.
So as you see them, they're doing their homework. Or better yet, this is.
I found a way to share this. To
logging in with Facebook.
Yes, and you can share it out to your friends and all that stuff, so they can go and link up and things of that nature. So.
Okay, so there's other ways of doing this shit.
We just knew.
We knew. We just got to figure out our way with this shit. But y'all just be patient with us. Give us time. While
trying to help them be technically savvy.
We knew this. I'm glad we have y'all help because we would be fucked up without it. All right, so since RG3 is done, you know what I mean? Yo, Kiki, I got a question for you.
What's the question you got for me?
Can employers fire you for your hair?
For my hair?
For your hairstyle. You come in there and would an employer fire you for your hairstyle or discriminate against you because of your hair?
Yes, I have a personal story about that.
Really?
Yes,
you do? Oh,
I do.
shit.
So very early on in my career at the hospital that I'm currently thankfully employed at, I was also doing a lot of hair shows back then. So because when I came in, of course, people give you a handbook. You kind of look at it, you glance over, you make sure, that you do the minimum things. You don't really delve into whatever. I was forced to delve into it because I came from this hair show, which I won. I had pink lemonade. My hair was pink. And I was in the cafeteria, and this big wide back supervisor of mine, hater, she came in. She said, "Oh my God, Kiki, your hair is so cute." I said, "Thank you." And I was working another shift, so it was day shift. I was getting my food and I was leaving. And by the time I came back to work that night for night shift, the next morning when I got off, I had someone come over and say that someone wanted to talk to me. It was my manager, right? I get down there and she said, "We need to go across the street to HR." I went to HR and they told me that my hair was inappropriately colored, that I should never wear this hair color again, and da 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 da. So when I was like, what? Man, let me tell you. That was 8 months of this. Because I left out and said, okay, I won't do this color. So I went to another hair show. I came back and I had yellow. Because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Okay. And she kept asking me. She was like, yo, what are you, like, what's going on with your hair? And I told her, I said, I'm in these hair shows. She said, oh, so what you do outside can't benefit here. She's like, you can't wear these colors. And I said, well, you told me I couldn't wear the pink. I didn't. I said, so now I can't wear the yellow. I came back with red. They changed the handbook. That handbook at this hospital, everybody who works there, that handbook is changed because of me.
Wow, really?
It is changed because of me. Because I kept saying, like, I wasn't trying to be funny, but my mama kept saying, look, okay, well then don't wear yellow.
Yeah, just change another color.
And so when I wore red, I thought about it because guess what? My manager was Irish.
So she was red.
She has reds. So every color that she had, I got braids in those colors, and I dared them, and they tried it, and I asked them to have her to come over. I picked the girl from 4th floor who had blue hair. I picked the girl from the lab. All the people were Euros. I picked the girl from the lab. I picked the girl from OR, and I said, "What's the problem?" And she said, "These are not natural colors." So I picked the girl from 4th floor who was the supervisor, and she was black as this table with blonde hair. And I pulled her. I said, "Is this natural?" I said, "Because you can't say." You can't say.
Yeah, you can't say. I mean,
so my manager, she said, you know what? She's right because I am Irish. My hair is red, but I get this done. And no one ever checked her. So no. So I fought that shit. I fought it.
Does that, because of your hairstyle, that doesn't affect the way you do your job and your effectiveness at work? You know what I mean? I can't. So if you can't work with green hair, okay, you got green hair. If you're proud to wear it, I'm proud for you. But some places are like that.
here's their stance. We're a conservative place. We want to be taken seriously at the bedside. You don't really want somebody in there with cancer to have to look up and see me. And I told them, no, because sometimes people do. Tattoos and hair colors and things that are different are conversation pieces. Yes. And patients get into that. I said, I don't know how you feel at the bedside. I said, but take a poll.
Okay, so let me ask you something, because when you say that, you don't know. Are these people that are dictating these rules to you, are they attending the bedside, or are they just sitting in their office? So what the fuck? And that kills me right there. That kills me. You motherfucking pencil pushers that sit in the fucking office all day long, and y'all are not in the field. You're not hands on, but you're gonna tell me how to do a goddamn job that I'm out in the field working and doing. Yes. You know what I mean? And I'm in there. I'm on the trench lines. And you're sitting above, and you have no idea what it's like to be on them trench lines. Yo, maybe my hair is bringing somebody joy. This patient, because like you noticed, you said earlier, it's a cancer patient. Right? So maybe my joy, that's bringing them joy. That's bringing them happiness. Because they're already going through some fucked up ass shit. They need something to brighten their day. So now you come in there and give them something to talk about, get their mind off of it. Man, I don't think people that got tattoos. Now, I'm going to say this. If you got tattoos on your face, maybe that's not so professional.
Come on.
Right?
Yes.
But, you know what I mean? If a person comes in there and they got red hair, blonde hair, pink hair, so the fuck what? Let them do their job. As long as they're able to do their job and make it happen, it shouldn't be a big fucking deal. But, you know, until these big businesses realize that they want to be conservative. That's what the word you use, right? Conservative. I'm already in a fucking hospital. I'm already upset and fucking scared to death. I need something to bring me a little bit of goddamn joy. Can you wear the hair you want to fucking wear?
And here comes the floor clown. And here I come with my...
Well, you're not the floor clown, because when you get in there, they looking in your hair. And it's going to strike a conversation at first. Somebody's laying in bed and be like, oh my God, girl, your hair. You know what I mean? This, that, and the third. So, you know, so is this why when you go to work now, you're choosy? You're conservative with your colors?
No,
now?
I cover my hair. I'm grateful, and I got COVID is terrible. It allowed me to I can wear whatever color I want. I just cover my hair. And because before that, we couldn't wear hair coverings unless we were Muslim or it was religion based.
Okay.
So now I can cover my hair. I don't have a problem. Like I'm gonna do my thing. To me, that is just it's an inconvenience. Like, shut the fuck. You don't want that side of me. Just shut the fuck up. I don't want to have that.
I have your first comment.
Do you?
Yes. Your first comment is from Ramona. She says, yep. Can talk firsthand on that. My husband appreciated things like colorful hair, took his mind off of him sitting getting chemo.
Nice.
See?
Nice.
You see that there? And that's exactly what we're fucking talking about right now. It's like, yo, you going through some shit. Nigga, let me see the colorful hair. Let me come in there with my motherfucking tattoos and sleeves down there. Ooh, what's that? Talk to him about it. Come on, man. How can I say it like this? Get the stick out your asses, man. Get with the times. Get with the times.
So now let's give us the educational piece. There are laws that protect people from race-based discrimination. Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act. Then there is the Crown Act, which you can wear your hair in whatever style you choose, braids, locks, cornrows, or whatever, but this is hard one because employers hide under the Unkept and Urban and Not Sanitary Act. They want to say, yeah, you can do that, but there was a girl at my job back then, may she rest in peace, Claudia, she wore braids. And they told her, if you don't, because they wash their hair every day. Okay. And somebody engaged in a conversation with her, and she was like, no, I wash when I go get them redone. And they was like, what? They couldn't conceive that you would not wash your hair every day. But people don't know hair composition.
And yo, you shouldn't wash your hair every day. Like, what the fuck? Well, that's white people shit. So, did I say that out loud?
You did. Would you cut?
Oh, you know, Facebook, I can say that now. Oh shit. Okay.
Would you cut your hair or change your hairstyle for a job?
No.
You don't have hair, but I'm saying, like, when you did, like, if they told you.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I mean, back in the days, I had cornrows down to my shoulders and all that other shit too. But no, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Just like now, if I went to work now, you was like, yo, you got to cut your beard off. Fuck you. I'm not doing that. Are you
serious?
No, I'm not using it as a point that they could look at you and say, we need you to cut your beard down. Fuck you. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I'm not sacrificing the person I am to do it.
I have another comment.
What is the comment?
From Mick Quirk.
Okay.
Can we find these comments?
Yep. I think says fingernail color was a thing too when I worked in the hospital.
That's another one.
Yes.
That's another one.
Yes.
That is another one where you have because ladies, y'all get your nails done up, and like some of these people, I'll be looking at
crazy.
Yeah, and some of these nail styles are wild. I give it to them. It's exotic, and I look at some of these freaking nail styles, and I'm like, yeah, oh, this shit is amazing. And you women do that shit, and can you be discriminated against that? Like, because you work in a hospital.
Yeah.
Is that another problem because you have nails?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
nail color, nail length. And because
really?
I get stiletto nails because I have a life outside of the hospital. I do hair and pointy nails just assist me in being as creative as I can be. They walked around last week with a fucking ruler.
Whoa.
Yes.
Hold on, Kiki. Hold on.
Yes.
You mean to tell me these motherfuckers came to you with a ruler and was like, yo, let me measure your fingernails?
Yeah, but let me say something, because now I'm a paperwork pusher. So you don't get the chance to tell me anything, because they're trying to add gel nails to the list, like, because you're supposed to have active length, and active length is whatever the people tell you that it is. Because my manager, no, I ain't saying that. Yeah, yes.
All right.
We need to take a few minutes break real quick.
Oh shit!
I can step off.
You can step off. I can keep going. This is it. I can keep going. Step off. Go handle your business so you can. So this way you can relay that information back to me. Goddamn it, because I would like to see. No, I mean, at this point, I think it's petty sometimes, y'all. That this is what they do to you. You know what I mean? And I think it is more so geared towards the women than the men. Because the women are the ones that have the nails, they have the hell. Is the makeup an issue? I wonder, is the makeup an issue too? I mean, I think they're just being nitpicking towards women. That's just my personal thing. What do you think so?
It's not just women, men too. I mean,
but men aren't the one with the colorful hair and the nails.
Oh, trust me. Lately, it's been. Let's say this. One of the stories I remember a couple years back. There was like a 5th grader, and he had like really, really long curly hair, and he was mixed, and the school told him to cut it. And I remember stating the fact as like, you know, it's a school issue. So, I mean, they fear the fact of like lice or whatever. Yeah. So I think it's just like, you know, it's more preventative. Now, mind you, the kid is like a model or whatever, which is understandable, but then it's like, you know, the freaking kid is 10. So it's like, you know, I understand you want to give them that freedom, creativity, whatever, but at some point in time, it's like, you need to cut your hair. I mean, and again, now I think now more businesses, you know, as we continue on, you know, as you grow older, I can understand the fact of, okay, you know, the cornroll guys with cornrows and things that issue. So I understand you want to have these creative freedoms and things of that nature. But at some point, is, you know, if it's not affecting your work, then I can understand you keeping it, and I feel business have to fully accept it. But to the point where, you know, you're forcing somebody, an adult, to change their appearance, you know, unless it's affecting their work, then I feels like, yeah.
Thank you. That's my point.
Yeah, it's not affecting your work. But if it seems disruptive in the workplace, and it seems as if they're affecting their job, then yes, it needs to be, there changes have to be made.
Now, okay, so now that part, if it affects your job performance and how you do your job, I completely understand that. But at that stage, if a person comes in there, like he was saying earlier, if she comes in there with pink hair and she's still able to work top level and can do her job and she's at the top of her game and everybody's happy, what is the big deal? Because she has pink hair? Come on.
I mean, here, you know, we see like when we see like sitcoms. Yeah. And I'm trying to remind myself of what particular show, but I recently saw Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I remember they were secretary, and she had, you know, elaborate outfits and things like her voice and things like that, but she was very stern with Egon and all that stuff. So, but again, it's just like, she's in a workplace where, again, they don't really care anyway. Exactly. So pretty much because they're in a job, in a situation where it's like they're wearing, you know, hazmat suits half the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, but when it comes to people who are very elaborate and all that stuff, it really depends on their work environment. So if you're bringing elaborate colorfulness and things of that nature into a place that's very conservative, are you really in the right job? That's the question you have to think about.
That is, even though that you may be well suited for the position,
right.
You know, I get it. You know, so here's something else that we would let's see what this is. And Kiki was talking about, would you cut or change your hairstyle for a job? Would you do it? I wouldn't. Like I said, I think I just touched on that too and was like, yo, if I had to cut my beard off for a job, then that's just not the job for me. You know what I mean? I don't see how my beard affects me doing my job or her hair for that regard. It's just crazy. You know? I mean, if that's what we're focusing on, then we have real other issues. We have some deep-rooted issues that we need to discuss about. She's over there still trying to work out these comment section. She looks for, if you could see her face right now, she's real angry. She's like, I'm going to get this shit. Look. So, I don't know. I'm not even going to touch that. I'm going to let her touch that. You know what I mean? The thing with the lice and all that other shit, I'm not touching that. All right. So let me ask y'all something. This is really off topic. You know what I mean? Stay-at-home dads. Is that a thing? Is a stay-at-home dad a thing? You know what I mean? Is it a thing? Now, I'm going to say this. I used to be a stay-at-home dad. Oh, shit. I think the era was, my daughter was 2 years old. The era was a baby. She was about a baby up to 2 years old. I stayed home with her. You know what I mean? And I turned around and I stayed home with my son as well. You know what I mean? I did that. I stayed home with him for a little while. You know what I mean? Not long, but I spent some time with him. I think mothers do it. You know what I mean? And I think I wanted to do it too and be a part of their life. You know what I mean? Because when a mother stays home with their child, they have that bond with the child. And the father's always out working and he's busting his ass. And when he comes home, he's tired. He doesn't have the time to give to that child. So I chose to do a different path. I just chose to take my time off and stay home with my child for a little while. You know what I mean? I did that shit. And it worked out good for me. You know what I mean? Until I got bored and I was like, you know what? I love my child, but I can't do it no more. I got to go back to work. Okay, you okay over there?
I got comments.
You got comments?
Yes.
All right, so when you're done, you're going to show me how to get to these comments. You know.
Step off. I got this.
Oh, you going to step off? I'm stepping off.
Use the church finger.
The church finger up? The church finger.
So, let me say this, because let's go back real quick to the blah, blah, blah. So, they were saying...
Oh, sorry. I think
No, I wanted to know. I got off now. If you have a hair policy at your job, I want y'all to come to call in with us and share y'all hair policy. 301-232-5700. Huh? I created one. Because I'm coming in from my phone and not from our page. So yeah. So create one with the email. Because Facebook, we're not on there anymore. So if you got, back to, I had to recenter myself. So if you guys have a policy that you think is too strict or you think is ridiculous, please call us 301-232-5700, 352-5700. I know it by heart. While it's not your job description, would you be willing to discuss the upkeep of your hair so as to help other employees understand your hair better, or fuck them? Would you be willing to do that, to just have the conversation for education purposes?
Why? I mean, unless it's like, I like your hair and all that stuff, go from there. But if it's something where it's a constant, again, like I said before, if it's affecting job performance, where again, that is, to me, is affecting job performance, because if you're getting constant questioning about your new hairstyle, then that's affecting job performance.
Okay, so this is the thing. Let's go back to, I like to parallel things, you know that, right? Let's go back to the the whole thing with Whoopi. They suspended her, and we asked during that time, would it have been more productive to have a conversation with her so she could explain her word choices,
right? So
we can all understand, which to me was the educational piece. There's some people who employ you or own the company that you work for that have good old boy thinking. Like that hair is blah blah blah. No one understands black hair. No one understands it. So they have these ideas that black hair is dirty. That because dreads or locks are locks and braids are this. So would you be willing to, if HR wanted? Is it defamation to you, or degrading to have to go over and help someone understand why the fuck your hair is locked?
Why? It doesn't make it. it's a stupid conversation. It shouldn't be even warranted. Unless it's like, if you've never seen a black movie or a black television show, then what's the point of having this conversation? It's just stupid. It's a dumb conversation.
I'd be willing. I'd be willing. Not that I need.
Why waste time explaining to somebody about your hair? And it's like, would you want to spend time? Let's reverse it. If you're HR, you had your locks and whatever, and you see a white person come in with some new elaborate hairstyle, would you want to have a sit down conversation with that person? If that
were against whatever I had as a dress code, and that person wanted to keep it, and you were adamant, I'd want to know why. Like, what is it? Because something I don't know about. I'm looking at it face value. And there are people who have their ideas. Let's be real. Most people who employ you are not Afrocentric. They're not urban. Most of my employees, they not. And but again, there's to me to get off my back and leave me the fuck alone daily. Let's talk about it, bro. I probably can learn why you have such a pushback, and then you can understand why I have one. Now, I don't know what the outcome will be of that, but I'll be willing to do it. I like to educate motherfuckers. Man, you don't know. And guess what? I'm a hairstylist. I'm a doctor of hair. I understand a lot of that stuff, and I'll be willing to help some people understand that.
Okay, because the way I see it is like, I don't have time for this. I'll say, here, see this documentary. Good hair day. Just see that, and then call it a day, because they pretty much explain it full verbatim for that.
That happened to me. That can help you. That happened to me. Look, when you press that thing that says you confirm it, go to your email and just log in with whatever you put in. Go back to your email and just log in. Go back to Go back to.
Yeah. Go back to the joint inside.
Excuse us. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a story real quickly while Tone is trying to get up. He said, what if you were fired for wearing protective styles? If you go to Google and you type in black person fired for hair, it's a whopping 98.2 million search results. McDonald's fails to protect employees based on their hairstyles. Wendy's says that braids are prone to bugs and lice.
Really?
Yeah, Wendy's. Really? There are some people right now who are fighting with Wendy's, and I want to understand tone deaf. I want tone deaf Wendy's and McDonald's to understand that lice don't live on oily hair, you son of a bitch. Ignorance is bliss. Third of all, the scalp is always open, hence the parting pattern of the hair. Fourth of all, get the fuck out of here trying to perpetuate the Euro ideas of professionalism on black people. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Did I say get the fuck out of here? And fifth of all, eat a dick, you ignorant, uneducated, moronic, unseasoned nincompoops. That's what I said. You got it? You didn't just hear my fly ass diss? Tone, you got to go back and hear my fly ass diss. Anyway.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I can see this shit now.
Hey, you in here?
Oh, shit. Y'all fucked up now. I can see comments, damn it.
Okay, so stay at home, Dad. Stay at home, Dad. Go back.
Stay at home, Dad?
Pros and cons.
What's your fly ass this? I missed the fly ass this.
I told McDonald's and Wendy's to eat a dick.
You did?
You ignorance is bliss. You uneducated, moronic, unseasoned nincompoops.
This dick!
That was my fly ass dick.
Yo, McDonald's and Wendy's eat glizzies? Oh, shit.
Yes, they
eat glizzies?
With cheese and mambo sauce, salt, and pepper. Salt, pepper, ketchup.
I'm still working on this.
Salt, pepper, ketchup.
Salt and pepper ketchup. Oh, my God. So, I did this, like I said, I was a stay-at-home dad.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? I wanted to be there for my fucking kids. You know what I mean? I wanted to be there, and I took time with each one of them. You know what I mean? My daughter I was home with her, you know what I mean? And me and Niera stayed home together, you know what I mean? So, and at the time, she was a good little tomboy. I don't know what the fuck happened. Then I turned around and did the same thing with my son for a little while. Okay. But, you know what I mean? Essentially, I got bored and I went back to work. You know what I mean? Now, for some of you niggas that just like, that's my full-time job, I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad, get your life together. Get your life together, man. Nigga. Why
So
you looking
what
at me
determines what would determine a stay at home? Who stays at home? The money, the person with the most disciplinary systems, the education aspect, the convenience of it. Like, how does one come to the conclusion that Tone, I know it's a good idea. You should stay home.
Okay.
What aided?
I came to that conclusion. You know what I mean? At that time, I was in between. Just so happens after my child, I was in between jobs. And I said, you know what? I have a choice. I can go back to work. Are we good right now where I could stay home and do this? And they were like, yeah, you can stay home for a little while. So I was like, it was a choice. If it was a financial thing and I had to go to work, I wouldn't. Then I had to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? I'm a man first. I got to do what I got to do. But I'm grateful that I was in a position that I could stay at home with my kids and get to see what the mothers go through every day. Because, like, yo, it got to a certain point. Niera was bad. We had a routine. I'd be in that joint sleep, right? And I would hear the little feet, like this child was evil. She would jump out the crib, literally climb up the side, and you would just hear. And then you hear the little feet come running. I was like, oh, okay, it's time to get up. You know what I mean? It was different being home and taking care of her on a day-to-day basis and watching her start to develop into the person. So I enjoyed it. So commend to you mothers that are home. You get to see shit that us dads don't get to see while we out there. We miss a lot. And I was very grateful because I got to see that with both of my kids. You know what I mean? AJ was an ass. I love my son. AJ, I love you, boy, but he was an ass. This nigga, any other time, this nigga was quiet. He would be chilling. But as soon as the fucking football game would come on, this nigga cried through the whole goddamn game. And me and this nigga, I be in there wanting to fight. Nigga, you know what? You little nigga, we can fight. We can fight. You gonna shut the fuck up. No, and as soon as the game would go off, the nigga was happy. Everything was cool. Hater.
Well, you said something that struck this comment, right?
Okay.
Oh, if something, I had to be a man, blah, blah, blah. You got Oprah pregnant.
I got what? Whoa, pause.
If you got Rihanna pregnant and Oprah, I'm talking about these are billionaires, right?
Oh, both of them are big mamas?
You staying at home? She just
nigga,
I'm
going to be a whole statement out this bitch. Be a statement out here. You got me fucked up, baby. Go get that money. I'm going to make sure you have your dinner ready when you get home. I'm going to make sure everything done. You ain't got to do a motherfucking thing. Bitch, hell yeah. You a billionaire rich?
So that's what I'm saying. Would that have to be, that would have to be it right now? Because guess what? Your friends be like, yo, Tone.
So let me say this. My friends would be like, yo, my nigga. But on the same token, them niggas be like, I ain't mad at you, though. You know what I mean? I got the freedom to do what the fuck I want when I want. I'm traveling the world. I'm doing some lavish shit. You know what I mean? And I just got to stay home and look after the kids. Like, who's going to look after Rihanna's baby? Who's going to look after her baby?
ASAP Rocky.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but my nigga, is you mad at him, though? I'm mad at him. Fuck you, ASAP Rocky, you bitch ass nigga. You know what I mean?
And
like, you fucking impregnated my baby mama, nigga.
His last name would be Fenty, because listen.
Nigga, so is that fair to say now? If you stay at home dad, do you assume her last name if y'all get married? Like, my nigga, you know what I mean? I think she calls the shots, you know what I mean? Nigga, I would be fucking Tone Winfrey. I would take Tone Winfrey.
Oh, no.
Tone Winfrey all day long.
Look,
what is it, like Casper?
I'm Casper. That whole situation there, I feel like, mind you, they're both artists, so pretty much they're really not fully working. Well, except for Rihanna, I think she's always constantly working with her Fenty brand stuff. So, I mean, yeah, as long as they're together, and mind you, she's got a village. The entire island of Barbados is taking care of that child. Let me trust and believe.
Exactly. I mean, so if they take care, so she's good in that aspect. But I mean, as a stay-home dad, in that regard, it's a little different because now you're talking about somebody who's a fucking millionaire or billionaire.
Okay, but not so. Now you get Tarisha pregnant. Tarisha she makes $60,000.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to work.
And she just got other things she want to be doing except for that. Like,
what other things she want to be doing?
It just be best if you raise the kids, Tone. I'm on a social climb. I'm trying to do this corporate thing, and I can't. I don't. You don't got a number of years for me.
Pause. if you're on the social climb, first off, having a baby would not be an option for you. But let's for shits and giggles, let's say you did have a baby and you're still on the social climb, and now you're looking at me. So now I got to put my hopes and dreams on pause because you want to climb the social ladder. What about my social ladder? What am I? You know what I mean? So we'd have to, girl, we gonna get a nanny or we gonna get a babysitter. Tweety, and we both gonna climb.
Tweety said, "Yeah, I'm stay-at-home dad. I'm with it. Mopping and washing clothes naked. Yes, sir."
Hell yeah, Tweety, you better believe it, girl. Dick swinging as a broom, mopping swinging, back and forth. That's exactly how it's going down.
I have a personal thing with stay-at-home dads. I had one. No, my kid's father was one. But here's the deal.
Okay.
We came up with a plan when I got pregnant, because everyone knows that I was 16 with the first one and I was 20 with the second one. When I had that second baby, I had things I had to be doing. And I told him, I said, I'm going to give both of us 5 years.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna do this 5. That's when I started. I went to school and I did all this, and I had him stay home because I was working night shift. Okay. So he stayed home. He took the kids. He did this. He did that. Now when it came, I'm sorry. He did first because he did not have. I stopped him from. He was shaking out in these streets right here. I stopped him from doing that, and I found a school for him because he dropped out. A school that would work with him, and he got his diploma through community-based classroom, not GED. He got his diploma. He went to 2 training positions and got hired at a job. So now it was my turn. Okay. You know, but we could sadly we couldn't do the 15-year thing because he was a whore that got someone pregnant. Thank you.
You feel better?
Yes.
You feel better?
Thank you. Appreciate
whore,
you.
You filthy whore.
I appreciate you though. Love you. Yes. So the sit-at-home thing was okay. It was okay.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, I do it. I done it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I got another question for you.
You always got a question. Damn.
I got a question.
What's the question?
I got a question. What defines an unfair fight? You know what I mean? Is
a fist fight or a
fist fight, arguments? A fight. We're not going to put labels on a fight. Okay. What defines?
Jumping.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Jumping. I think if you
get jumped,
that's unfair.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get jumped, that's unfair.
If you think you get jumped, that's unfair. That's the only thing that's unfair?
No, unfair is like you bringing a gun to a fist fight. Yeah, that shit's unfair.
So what happens if it's just like a verbal altercation? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so like a person like Kiki, if y'all didn't know, a person like Kiki, you have to be very well versed and equipped because she's going to have you saying, she's going to say some things to you and you're going to stand there like, what'd she say? Did she try to just assault me? You know what I mean? You have to be well versed. So like that's like you're a heavyweight juggernaut with that. And then you take the average person off the average street and you went and had a verbal altercation with them. That is an unfair fight.
Yeah, that's why I ain't doing it.
You know what I mean? See, I get that.
Verbal sparring like that.
Verbal sparring? That's what it is. Listen, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you have to be well versed if you're going to verbal spar with Kiki. Yes. There are certain individuals you need to be well versed before you get into a verbal altercation because they're going to have some shit and you're going to question your own existence when it's done. Like, what the fuck really happened? Why did I do this? You know what I mean?
What do you define as an unfair fight?
Huh?
What do you think is unfair?
Somebody bigger than the other person. You know what I mean? Especially, you know what I mean? Like, you got somebody that's bigger and they beating up on this little motherfucker that can't fight worth a fuck. You know what I mean? Let's say you have a fucking teenage
house.
You got a house and this little fucking twig want to fight. Hold on, pause. I think also is you have to define some people that are how can I say this correctly? Are like a sheep or a rabbit. You know what I mean? Some people aren't skilled enough or equipped enough that they're not that type of person. So like you take a person like me, I don't give a fuck. I'm down for the. I'm with the shits. Regardless, win, lose, draw. I'm down for the shits. But you take another person that isn't built that way.
Shut that mouth.
Yeah, but they're not built that way.
Shut that mouth.
Now, if I go to beat you the fuck up, what kind of points am I getting for beating you up?
Shut that mouth. And let me tell you something, because you only find out when you find out. The person, like between House and Zoe might whoop the fuck out of House. Who knows? Who knows?
But then what if the shoe is on the other foot and House is whooping this dude, got him pinned against the wall, beating him like he stole something? At some point, House, you gotta let him go. That shit is unfair, man.
That's unfair to keep on. But I'm gonna shut that mouth.
Did you say Rodeo Zoe? Oh, no. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Never. Never are you safe.
Shut that mouth. Because people find out when they find out. And now all of a sudden it's unfair. No, my G, you was talking so much trash. But I had to do it.
But if you did it, it's okay. You know what I mean? But it's not.
But you do it to the point of you proving your point. You leave. Like you don't continuously like beat people to a point. Like you don't.
That's where it is. Somebody Kim said, "Don't sneak punch me." You know what I mean? Like sucker punch. A sucker punch is unfair. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that's unfair too. Those are just things which you would consider an unfair fight. You know what I mean? Now, if you see your kids fighting, right? And you see your kids out there fighting and your kid's getting his ass whooping, you jumping in to save their ass? Or you gonna let them take that ass whooping? What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Because if I see my kid getting his ass whooped, a part of me is gonna be like, I can't let that happen, but I gotta let it happen.
I have to. I have to. Now you ain't gonna like almost kill her. Like if my daughter's getting beat up by one person, you just gotta take that. My dad, and you got to keep fighting until you win. But if you are getting jumped by something, that ain't happening. We all out this joint. We all out here. My 40-year-old ass and her, we all out here.
And y'all out there rumbling.
We all out here.
Kids and all.
You ain't
kids, body part, you know what I mean?
Because you just made it. You made something unfair fair. Now it's fair for me to come in.
What is it? I want to say the name, Mirquet. I want to say the name right.
Use the other name. I think her name is Mo, right?
Right, okay. You know what I mean? Miss Steffens said, no kid is off limits against mine. So if you touch one of her kids and she see you, she gonna fuck your kid up.
Period.
All right, I get it. You know what I mean? My mom have to go home, but my mama wasn't like that. My mama would be like, nah, go ahead. You gotta get his ass whooped. My mother was the type where she would sit back and watch me get fucked up. And then, you know what I mean? If you lost the fight, you came home and then you got your ass whooped again for losing the fight. Like, it was a no-win situation in my house. My household was fucked up growing up. Like, if you got ass whooped, it's like you got beat up, you couldn't come home, your mama console you. Nah, you got your ass whooped and go get the belt and then whoop your ass for losing. Like, damn it, I can't win.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yo, this shit is crazy.
Tone.
Yep. What up?
Question.
Yeah? Oh, shit, here we go.
What I'm getting ready to ask you, I just need to know, is this going too far or is this proper?
Okay, let me hear it.
Because is this unfair or fair? What would you do if you left your kid in the car to run into the store really quickly, only to return and find that your kid is gone? Plot twist.
You got to help me with that.
Your kid's other parent, after showing and sharing their concern for this practice, winds up having the child just to teach you a lesson. Was that too much or no?
That was too fucking much.
I disagree.
It's too much. Okay, so wait a minute. My kid is in the car. Now, it depends on how old this child is, because at certain ages, you're not going to leave a child unattended in a car.
Who's not?
By themselves.
Who's not?
Common sense would tell you, if your child you have an underage child, or you have to, if you have an underage child, and you have this child that's 8 years old, you know what I mean? You don't leave him in the car by himself. That's a child. I don't give a fuck if I'm running in the store for a hot second, get your ass out, come with me in the store. You know what I mean? Now, for those parents that are doing that, you know what I mean? What the fuck is wrong with you? Next, to answer your question is, if you came as a mother and rolled up on me and seen it and took my motherfucking kid out the car and had me going frantic and losing my mind and scared to death and all that shit, bitch, me and you, we got words. I
don't think it was too far. Tweety said she think it's too far. I don't think so. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that same frantic state that you were in when you thought, that could very well be. People nowadays are carjacking cars and the kids be in the car. People smash and grab. You leave your key. Arguably, you walk into the store and you leave your kid in the car. You probably left the keys in there because you locked the door.
Exactly. You didn't leave.
No.
You left the key. If you're running into the store and you're just running in the store, yeah, you left your keys in there because the ignition is running. The car's fucking running.
It's fucking running. So I'm walking by with my nothing to lose ass. I got to get to Southeast, and I'm over here in Atlanta. There's a car.
Okay.
That can happen.
Well, it has happened when it was carjackings. When they were carjacking and the kids were in the car and the car got carjacked. It happens.
And so if I got to teach you a lesson that way, so fucking be it. I don't understand. Too far ain't never too far when it comes to your children.
Okay, so are you going to deal with the repercussions since you taught me a lesson and I come in your motherfucking shit, tearing your shit up, losing my mind?
Why would you do that?
Because there's other ways of teaching a lesson.
I had this conversation with you, sweetheart.
Okay, but there's another way of teaching a lesson versus taking a person's child. You take your child and you didn't tell me, and now you got me running around frantic. You know what I mean? Now, granted, was I wrong? I was, but I think your methods of teaching were wrong. There are better ways to coach in that situation.
It's not. If we already had a discussion and you and I we went half on a kid. Nia is half of mine and half of yours.
Okay.
And I said to you, Tone, like, for real, I like don't like how you do that, because I've noticed that you be leaving in the car. Like, don't do that. Something should happen, and you be feeling like, man, fuck that. I'm only running in, buying some shit. I ain't about to pull out the car seat.
But on the same token, why are you concerned about it? Because it's on my time. Let's talk about that.
That's my kid.
I get it. It's your kid, but I'm not coming to dictate to you the things that you do on your time. When the child is with me and it's my time, that's my time.
Nah.
That's my time. And for you to stalk me, because now you cold was a stalker like fucking Kanye West.
Yeah.
You're a fucking stalker to follow me to the store to see what I'm doing.
Yeah. Tell somebody.
Yeah, what am I going to tell?
Tell somebody. Call us, 301-232-5700.
Look, call us. Let's try this shit. Call us. Because I want to hear your opinions behind this. Because I feel that's stalkerish. If it's my time with my child, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. Me and my child are going to go, you know what I mean? We're going to go do what we want to do together. We're going to have, this is our way. And the kids know that. The kids know that. When I'm with my dad, we do it daddy's way. When I'm with my mom, we do it mommy's way. I'm not going to pull what I do with my mother with my dad because it may not fly, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Are we talking about our stepchildren or biological children?
Like, does it matter? Does it matter?
It was said that the person that did this did it on numerous occasions. And Tweety said, if these kids are 13 and 2, that's too far.
Okay, so Ms. Stephens, hold on. Like she said, if it's done on numerous occasions. Now, let's change that narrative and say it was done on numerous occasions. You know what I mean? And this was a conversation had more once, twice. Then, yeah, but...
No, I'd rather go too far the first time so it doesn't happen. Like,
fuck that.
And what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You know what I mean? Have my girlfriend whoop your ass in that shit.
Who you gonna tell? Like, and you would look so dumb. Why'd you hit her? Because she taught me a lesson.
She didn't teach me a lesson.
And now you got to empty your pockets out. Well, I did leave the kid in the car, bro. Like, I'm not willing to let that happen. I'm not willing.
I ran in the store real fucking quick. The store was right there. You know what I mean? Like in New York, people do it. When growing up as a kid, you do it all the time. You know what I mean? Just hop out and run into the fucking store and come right back out. You're in the store for like 2 minutes. Bing, bing.
And then you come
bing,
out,
bong,
and then
you're
no
out.
one's there. Now you're on a milk cart. Now you go funny. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to do what I need to do because that's my kid, and I'm going to carry it to the fullest extent so you will know I'm not to be played with.
See,
stop playing with me. And where you took it is where people will take it at. You would try to detour, say, oh, what I do on my time, you don't dictate. It's not about what you do on your time. It's about the safety of my kid. And it is paramount whether the kid is on your time or mine. So no, sir. And you're going to catch all this smoke. And then whatever got to happen behind it, let's get it.
All right, I hear you.
The baby here. Baby here.
So let's get it. Okay. I mean, you know, it's just crazy. It's crazy. But, you know, for me, it depends on the age. If my kid is like fucking 13 years old, yo, son, sitting right here, I'll be right back. I'm going to run in the store and I'm going to come right back. And it's the age of 13.
That's different.
You know what I mean? But now, if you're talking about a child that's it's not a teenager, it's like 8 years old and 7 years old and shit, you don't lead them in the car. 5 years old, you don't lead them in the car by themselves while you run in the store be thinking they're going to be okay.
Okay.
You know?
Can I bring something to light?
Sure, come on. Plot twist.
If you are going in the store with a 13-year-old, he can go with you. Yeah. These babies that are being left are car seat babies. These are people who it takes much to pull them out.
You're talking about infants.
Infants.
Oh, if you now there's a difference. Now so when you're looking at an infant in a car seat, normally they just click out. You can't leave an infant in the car by themselves, bro. Nigga, that's epic fail. Now, I wouldn't leave, like, when my babies were small, I wouldn't leave them in the car so I could run in the store and do something. Even as an infant, you just don't do that. You don't do it.
How many times have you seen that, though? Have you walked in, you look back?
A lot of times. I can't count. I can't give you a specific number, but I've seen it a lot of times where fucking, a lot of people, and this isn't only, this is an everybody issue.
It ain't an urban, it's everybody.
There's everybody issue that do that shit, you know what I mean? And a lot of mothers do that shit. I'm running in the store, I'll be right back. I see it all the time, you know what I mean? Especially at work these days, I see it a lot of times. Like, people want to run into, like, fucking Popeyes real quick, and they got the car sitting out in front of the joint, and the kid is in the joint, and they just running in there. Nah, but okay.
That's what he's like.
But so
he said the drive-through.
So on Central Avenue, right down the street from Great Adventures, there's a Wise. There's a shopping center right there, and where the Wise is, there's Popeyes. There's no drive-through. So people pull up to the front and just hop out, run inside. I've watched them run into the Chinese joint. I've watched them run into the fucking Jamaican joint. I watched them do this shit,
it's
and I'm like,
practice.
and the car they leave the shit parked with the hazard lights on, like it's okay.
Yeah.
Run inside, grab their food, and then they coming back out. And I watched it, so I've seen it. You know?
The hazard lights supposed to say, "Sorry, I'm just running in." And no.
So Tim said, we as kids, he was like, we are built different back in the '80s. Babies are equivalent to what is it, Tibanian and the military. these new niggas and parents are Teletubbies.
Oh shoot, the Taliban and the militia.
As the times have changed, y'all. So have parenting styles, and so have we. You know what I mean? We came through a stage where, you know what I mean, it was, to us, it's like a last of a dying breed. Now, in fair say, when you look at your parents looked at us the same way. And their parents looked at us like that. And looked at children. Everybody's generation has changed over the years. And parenting styles somewhat have changed. And now they're at another all-time low. You know, you got to be, very sensitive. Everybody's sensitive. You can't say shit to hurt certain people's feelings. And we are like the last of a dying breed of that generation.
You must bring to light this thing. If I had you, you are mine. I don't care if it's for a Sprite. I don't care if it's for a pack of gum. I don't care if it's the pay on pump too. I got to take you in the store with me, yo. I have to. When you start developing those habits, those become just that. And guess what? The more that no one takes your kid, the more you do it. The more, and you get so lackadaisical about it until that moment when I show up, because I am following you, Tweety, yes. Okay. And I pull that kid out the car because this is our life. This is our kid. It is that important to me. I need to show you what time it is because there's people on the black market looking for little black babies. They're looking for people to sell. They're looking for. It's just we don't know until
we see it on the milk carton all the time. Kids missing. Then you go anywhere and people are missing and they never find again. You know what I mean? It happens. Shit. You need to be more careful, be more mindful of what the fuck you're doing out here.
That's right.
And that's just common sense issue to do right there. But how much more time we got, Bree? Because I don't be paying attention. We good? Okay, look. I'm good. I keep going for a little while. Okay, so my man, my man. I like you. That convoy shit, you pieces of shit. But okay, later for that. Yeah, I gotta touch this.
Okay.
Netflix and other streaming services prices are through the fucking roof. I see y'all complaining. You know what I mean? Why are you upset behind that?
I'm upset because.
Because
you try to outsource and get rid of Comcast and DirecTV and all that, and the alluring part and the ploy and the charming point was we got these low prices. Yeah. You suck me in. You take $4.99 and now you up to $25. Okay. You gonna force people back to Comcast?
Well, hold on.
Hold on. Come on, Casper.
Okay. Okay.
This is how you need to play the game.
Uh-oh.
All right. Get rid of your cable.
No.
Hold on. You need to. Get the internet. Mind you, the internet's the one where everyone is needing. So as for the streaming service like YouTube TV, or Sling and anything like that, yeah, they're going to base their prices off of whatever. YouTube TV's gone crazy. So they're almost on a verge of being almost like cable.
Yeah.
Tripping.
But if you're getting like Amazon TV, Amazon Fire, or Sling, or any of those others, they're at reasonable prices for a monthly fee. That's fine. Now, here's the key thing, though. If you don't want to get those things, if you're not worried about local TV and all that stuff, then just get the apps from, get your internet, but have the apps for like Netflix and all that stuff. But get it only at a certain time to where you want to see your particular shows. Me, I have an Xbox, so, and I get the free apps in addition to some of the paying service ones like Paramount Plus or Disney and all that stuff. Yeah. But I only use that. I only activate that if for a particular show that I want to see when its seasons come on. So I deactivated my Paramount Plus recently. But because I'm waiting for it to build up the Picard series, season 2, to a certain point to where it's about to end, and I can binge watch it. and then I can, I know Paramount Plus has all the CBS shows that I would like to see, but I can see that on other stuff.
So you look at that and watch the season, and then uninstall it.
Yeah,
or you can just have 2 kids that don't have cable, and they just give you the passcodes. I mean,
well, the pass that mind you can do that, but the thing is, now mind you, everyone say, well, I got kids and all that stuff, and they want to see Disney Plus all the time. Well, it's like, okay, then you can bundle your stuff and get the Hulu Disney Plus bundle for $13.99 and call it a day. The thing is, quit complaining.
$13.99?
Yeah, it's $13.99 a month.
For what?
For the Hulu bundle of Disney Plus and ESPN Plus.
Okay, so that was one of the things I was going to call Verizon about today, since I gotten all new shit. You know what I mean? And I'm going to see how it ties in, because I did get when I bought my Note 10 that came with the Disney Plus. You know what I mean? And my kids, my kids and the grandkids, step grandkids, and everything like that, they were all using it. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really watching it. And the only thing I really watch it for is Mandalorian, and recently I was watching the Boba Fett thing.
Okay. Outside the Boba bullshit, but that's another story.
We can talk about you can talk about that all day, because at the end it became Mandalorian about the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But but on the same token, those are the only shows I really watched on it. It was nothing else, and I keep it for them. If there are other means of like, and I agree with some, like if you have certain TV shows that you want to watch, there are other free apps out there where you could download and you can watch these series and watch these shows if you want to binge watch the show. Like me, I'm like you. I like to binge watch it. Like for me, I like Snowpiercer. You know what I mean? I like to, but I don't want to watch when it's on TV now. Certain shit that's on TV now, I know it's on it. I won't fuck with it because I can't sit there and wait.
At home? Do you have cable in your house?
No. We do not have cable in the house. We have internet.
Cable.
We have internet,
cable.
and we have all the streaming services. Like you said, we got HBO Max. We got, what I mean, these Sling. I used to keep this stuff on my tablet and watch it while I'm at work. You know what I mean?
I do that too, but I have cable, and honestly, I look at what people are paying for this app, that blah blah blah, and it's almost comparable. You're almost up where I'm at.
But the thing is, but if you here's the thing,
and I can watch. Hold on, and I can watch it anywhere because I just sign into my company and I can watch it. Now the thing that scuffs my Timbs is when you ask me to pay for something else, like because I have Comcast and I have Hulu and I have Netflix and I have Peacock and I have a Roku, I have all that, right?
Yeah.
Then they was like, this is not adding your subscription. Shit me. I want to turn all this shit over. Like I should be able to watch Jesus use the bathroom.
If you're paying for that stuff, you should be able to watch everything.
I should be able to watch the good Lord go to potty. It shouldn't be nothing that I can't
see. You want to watch the Lord take a shit?
I mean, go to the potty.
Does he hover above the toilet when he takes a shit?
I do not know. I've never.
I'm gonna ask Tim because Tim is a pastor. Tim is a Reverend Tim and Reverend Crazy. I'm gonna ask them. They talk to Jesus frequently. You know what I mean? I don't. But
But here's the thing. We're getting
wait a minute. He said now we all about to get caught using free cable. Cotton Swab done told all the truth. Nobody says.
I mean, the thing is though, is like a lot of people have gotten to the point where they figure it's like with all these, with the apps of Netflix or Amazon Prime Video and Roku and all that stuff, they figure it's like they completely forget everything. They just forget it. It's like they have it, they get it, and they're paying for it, and they don't care.
Yeah.
And they realize the fact it's like this is money going on, and unless you get that notification, it's like, hey, money's been taken. I just recently got notified that my Hulu was paid today, so it's like, all right, cool, because I'm watching Hulu. Yeah. So. But the thing is,
I use
like,
Hulu a lot.
Yeah, so I think that a lot of people losing the fact that it's like they have so many things going on, especially when they rely on their phone and their tablets and all that. They completely forget the fact that they have these things.
Is it fair to say? You know what I mean? Because like this past weekend, riding on my motorcycle, I realized that inflation is a motherfucker right now.
Yeah.
So. Wouldn't you tie that into inflation?
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's just what it is. And besides, these streaming apps are getting smart. They're like, I know these niggas cut the cable off and they don't want to pay the cable bill. So if I raise it a couple extra dollars, they're still not going to mind because they think they're getting it at a discount.
Right.
So now they're being slick and they raising the shit. Why not? Everything else is going up and guess what? you're still going to pay for it because you still want it. You still need to use it.
You need
and
it.
You're going to bitch, but you're going to pay it.
I'll add this. Being a wrestling fan, before WWE Network went into Peacock, and when it was on its own, a lot of people complained about, because initially it was free, and then it went up to $10. People bitch, moan, and complain about the $10. Lost their minds. But then they realized it's only $10. And we can cancel it at any time. And that's what people keep forgetting. It's like, you can cancel. And you can take a break. You can say, hey, they always have to, do you really want to? Because there are moments and times where they'll say, it's like, do you really want to take a break? Do you really want to cancel? Because we got these extra deals. And then you got to make that initial, that initiative to say, yeah, I'm taking a break.
Prime example.
You don't have the discipline to say that, though.
A lot of people don't.
No, a lot of people don't.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
Okay, prime example. I got Sirius Radio. Most of us have Sirius Radio in the car, right?
No,
and
I got an old truck.
Okay, so wait a minute. So it comes like, when you get a car, you get Sirius Radio. So I've had Sirius Radio, and after a while, I'm like, hold on. I don't drive this motherfucker half the time. Most of the time, this motherfucker just sits there, right? So I'm like, I'm going to cancel the joint. So I call them to cancel the joint, and they're like, well, before you do that, like you said, before you do that, we have a fucking offer for you. You know what I mean? The next 6-8 months, it'll be like $6 a month. No, I don't want it.
Because in 6 or 8 months, it's going to hit $22, and you don't forgot.
Exactly, you forgot about it.
That trial offer.
And once that's over, then the price shoots up. So hold on. So once you say no to that, and they're going to cancel you, they transfer you to the next person. Since you turned down the first offer, we have another offer for you.
Yes.
Nigga, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. You know what I mean? Because I don't use it. And then, so it ties into what Cotton Swab was saying, that, I'm only going to use it when I need it. So now if I know because they're going to come back around and they're going to give me a sweet offer, and I'm going to know I'm going to be doing a little driving in my truck, so I'm going to go ahead and add it back. And then once it gets to that deadline, I'm going to cut this shit off.
Right. That's what you don't have to play. It's like, the game is like, you got to beat them at the deadline. So just recently, I restarted my Amazon Music, and I'm like, favoring all these classic 90s R&B. I just recently like Vanessa Williams' Comfort Zone and all that stuff. And I figured it's like, cool. I know within a month, because I have it free for a month. Yeah. So I figured it's like, okay, but once that day before that month time deadline cancel it. Cancel it. I did what I did, got what I got out of it. So the next time they give me a quote unquote free offer, I can reamp that stuff and have everything I needed on my phone. So it's like, people need to play their game. If you want to play a game, fine, we're going to play this game. Because I know full well it's like, you're going to keep giving me free offers. At some point in time, I'm going to take advantage of it. And then when the time comes to where you guys going to give me that quote unquote got to pay for it, boom, I'm out.
So most of the stuff, like he was talking about some of these bundles in like the Hulu Plus with the ESPN and the AMC and the Disney, it's already tied into my phone bill. So I'm not really noticing it as an extra bill. It's tied into my phone bill, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. It is what it is. So that's why some of those apps are still around for me, and I'm still using them because they tied into my phone bill. Now, if you go to the Sling, I use Sling. And Paramount Plus. You know what I mean? My wife, she loves Paramount Plus because she's got to wake up and watch the news with Paramount Plus. Okay, cool. There's a couple shows on Paramount Plus I like. I like fucking The Equalizer with Queen Latifah. You know what I mean? So we go through, but can we go to one specific app and one of them little joints like Cinema and watch all that shit? Yes, we can.
What app is that?
Cinema is a free app. It's like a movie app. It was like like a terrarium back in the days type shit, but it's Cinema. And when you could download it, it's free to download, right? And you can watch your shows. You know what I mean? And they have it up there by season. Your shows or movies. We put it in whatever you want to watch, and you key it in, and that's that. Come up and watch it. Free shit. Save your cable. Save some of your money.
No, I don't think I'm saving money. I think that it's almost comparable, like I was saying. And
but at least you're paying for what you're willing to watch.
I watch. Okay.
Here's the question. Let me ask you this.
Okay. Because everything that I don't watch, I don't watch everything.
Okay. So on your cable, okay, what kind of package do you have with your cable? Do you have a deluxe package where you pretty much got sports channels and movie channels and all that stuff, or is it just the basic? Okay, so you have the basic? Mm-hmm. Okay, so with the basic, let's say this. So you don't have any premium basic channels on there?
I don't have.
So
that's how they fuck you. That's how they fuck you.
Yeah. So because all that basic stuff that's on there, I was smartly because, I was debating because I still have my box. And I've been debating for like the last year should I just return in my box? Mm-hmm. Because of the fact of, because it's like an occasion when I want to go to the cable and watch Food Network because I don't have an app for Food Network. Guess what? I just find out. So I have 2 apps based off of the Discovery Group, which is, I have TLC and Travel.
Yeah.
They updated their app where I can see all the shows that is in the Discovery Group. And one of those channels was the Food Network. And the other one is owned because I'm waiting for All Rise to come back.
Yeah.
So
is it really coming back?
It's coming back. They're filming now.
Okay, nice.
So my thing is, guess what? This week, this box is going, and that way I'm saving at least $8 off of my cable bill, or pretty much my bill period, because all I'm using is the internet. So the thing is like,
you have cable now.
I have cable now. I live with somebody, so pretty much if they want to do the cable, fine. But I'm taking that internet. I'm fully taking the internet because pretty much it's like I know full well it's like that's all I'm going to use it for because I like the apps.
So here is how the cable people bend you over smartly.
Okay.
With those boxes too. Now something happened with that. Now I have 3. I have 3. Yes. 2 upstairs.
They rape you on them.
And then one in the family room. And when my daughter was living with me, she had put me on to this whole thing. They pegged me. So what ended up happening? Yeah, they're pegging me. Oh. So what ended up happening was they told me something happened. And they was like, "Oh, you can just stream it. Go to this thing and blah blah blah." And that you get rid of one of the boxes because the boxes is where pretty much where the money is to having the boxes. And
yeah, that's the major price.
I never did it.
That's the major price. You can also save your bill when you can get cable, have it directly to your TV, and eliminate the box and all that other shit. But it is what it is, man.
You see these comments? I'm looking at
so
there was an incident that happened over the weekend.
Because I didn't make it to room 408, so
you didn't make it to 408.
I was out riding. I guess I was doing something.
You were still coming from
North Carolina.
Yes.
Okay.
So what happened was, I had the hospitality suite was popping, and this one guy, I can't think of his name. Shout out to you.
Damn.
Yeah, went and got the Casamigos, baby. And it was like I was already drinking I got my cute little sugar-free drink. It's a little Tito's and my lemonade that I always have. Everybody knows that, right? Yeah. A little bit of sugar-free Red Bull if I need to have kick. And I was out of it. So TLR had their specialty drink in there, like these 2 punch bowls full of something. And the guy came over, was like, "Hey, I don't eat sugar, but I tasted it." I said, "Let me just taste it. It was pretty good." And he said, "No." He said, "What's wrong?" I was like, sugar thing. He said, "Bet." Came back with a whole bottle of Casamigos. Reposado. Put that thing in my cup that looked like this, and I, through a stroke of brilliance, was drinking it straight.
Oh, you a dumb. You just.
I didn't have nothing else there. Look, and the party was going and was playing spades, and we was whooping ass and blah 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 and all this. So for whatever reason, I ran into Liz.
It was at this moment he knew he fucked up.
And called her J Blood. Oh my!
You called her. How the fuck did you confuse her for J Blood?
And then said, "No, Liz Nichols, right?"
Wait. Oh, you fucked up. At that moment, you fucked up. How would you do that? They don't even look nothing alike. Oh, my God.
They don't look nothing alike. And she said, "What did you call me?" I said, no. And that
you try to clean it up?
I tried. And look. So whenever you see hashtag what's my name, that's what that's about.
That's what that's about? Okay.
DJ. I apologize to her. She came outside yesterday and was like, "What's my name?" Yesterday.
That's why I was like, I'm looking at the shit. J Blood wasn't there. What are they talking about? She wasn't at that joint. You know what I mean? Oh, you had too much to drink. You had too much to drink.
And I told her, and guess what? I didn't even eat that whole day. I didn't eat that whole day.
Now you
they
know
had
better
chicken.
than that shit.
Thank you, Kim. Kim went out and got me some chicken wings, and I don't even eat carbs. And guess what? They weren't even naked wings, but I didn't have a choice. I had to eat them, and then so I came back with some Popeyes that I wish I had right now. I didn't even get a piece, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some chicken." And that's when I was face down on the bed sleep.
Yeah, fucked up. So the theme for this past weekend was nobody's safe. Nobody was safe. I mean, literally, when he says that, nobody was safe. You know what I mean? So, you can't, here's the problem. You can't walk up to a brother and dab him up and be like, bro, what's up? How you doing? Because the nigga want to massage your shoulders. They want to rub the back of your neck. I was like, yo, niggas, crazy, fuck you, crazy. Crazy, fuck you. Crazy started want to walk up and just grab the nigga beard. Hey, wait a minute, nigga. Wait, pause.
Pause.
But you know what? I wouldn't have it no other way because those are my brothers, and we laugh and joke when we get together. It's all comedy.
Well, at least all he did was grab your beard. I had someone come up to me. No, someone came up to me and was like, "Can you put your foot behind your head?" And I don't know why I did it. I don't even know why. Tisha Barnes. It was Tisha Barnes. Me and her. Yo.
You put your foot behind your head? Did nobody get pictures? What? Did nobody get video? You niggas suck. God damn, you're supposed to record that shit. Did you see? Hey, Kim, I know you watching. You weren't at the party. Did you see the broken lampshade running around? Did anybody notice the broken lampshade running around?
I didn't make it to the party.
Kim knows what I'm talking about. Kim, the broken lampshade.
Your ass had a whole fashion show. Oh, first of all, Tweety, she said Kiki told me to make sure I was covered. Well, you owe me now. Black Widow, happy birthday on Friday. But let me tell you something about her. When we got into the hospitality suite, she was in a mood. Oh, girl, I'm sick. I don't blah blah blah. And I was like, bet we about to get it cracked. She's like, no. I don't know. Remember if you told me you was tired, or if you was drunk, or you just was over the shit. Like, she just had a whole mood. So it killed my need to like get her stupid, ridiculously drunk.
You're supposed to get her drunk.
I was supposed to, but she's very specific and very absolute about her nose. She's very absolute.
Who, Tweety?
Yes.
Tweety, fuck all that shit.
Something happened.
Motherfucker, you were supposed to go ahead and just drink the damn shit and just have fun, anime. Have fun. You know what I mean? But I'm glad it was good. It was a great weekend. I mean, it was a great weekend.
We can't cuss on here? The cuss words are blocked out.
Oh, no. Really? You kidding like shit. Okay, you can't type the cuss word, but I can say it. Fuck! There it is.
She was doing all the wrong stuff. Yes, there are pictures. Oh my God.
They got pictures? I need to see pictures, please.
Do you know what's the dopest
Text message inbox is open. Please just forward them to me. I want to see the pictures.
I want to highlight one of the dopest times that I had all weekend was the people who had never met me in person. Like, who never saw me or met me before, that had only known me through the show, whatever. Like, meeting them people was dope as hell.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because they don't know that I'm this. They don't know that I'm that. The girl was like, yo, you always sit down. Who knew you was shaped like that? I was like, everybody but you.
Everybody. Yo, so I'm in Let's Roll, right? I go to Let's Roll. I'm down there. And I'm chilling, you know what I mean? Waiting for the sound competition to start. And this fucking dude keeps staring at me. And I'm like... Okay, so the dude walks up to me and was like, hey, you're Tone. No shit, Sherlock. I'm terrible. What's up? Oh, man, I watch you. You're the one that sits next to Widow. And I watch you on the show every Monday. And I was like, for real? Like, oh, shit, that's what's up. To me, it's still astonishing that, there's a lot of people out there that we don't know personally, but know us from watching us. And then they approach you and they're like, yo, I watch your show and I love the fucking show and blah, blah, blah. Well, thank you for the support.
And there are people who know Kawasaki Tone, and that's what they say. You sit next to Kawasaki Tone.
Yeah.
You the girl.
You sit next to Widow. So I had this guy, France Dot. I forgot what his name is, but I was talking to him last night, and he's been a loyal fan of the show. And he was like, he just happened to stumble upon it. And he knows a few people. And he stumbled upon the show, and he loved it. He turned his wife onto it. Do you know this man fucks with me so hard? He invited me to his wedding. Just because of the show, he invited me to his wedding, which I thought was fucking incredible. I was fucking honored. Like, yo, this dude is just inviting me to his wedding.
That's what's
You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, I appreciate you. Let me see what I can do. I got some shit on my schedule, but if I can clear it up, some things, of course, I'm going to come through and slide through and show you support. You know what I mean? Why not? That's kind of dope. So, like, doing the show is wild because it has its points. It has points where, like, people walk up to you and they, You know, really? Sometimes a little worried because, yeah, what you want? Who I know you from? I don't know you no money, do you? No, for the show, okay, how you doing? Well, it's okay.
I love it.
I love it. I mean, you know, so look, today we're sorry, y'all, because today was getting used to.
We bust our app cherry.
Yeah, our app cherry, because we're used to being home and doing what we like to do at home. We still have some work to do and get some people over here so they can comment and join us. It was a learning process, and we're still learning. Bear with us. We didn't really stick to the script like we normally do, but this was a learning process today. Next week will be better. We'll be
on our stuff.
We'll be on our shit.
I'm gonna, if I can, I'm gonna get.
I didn't mean to cut you off. You niggas know the phone still works, right?
I've been trying.
They didn't change the fucking phone. You're bullshitting. I want to hear some of your voices. Fuck your boss. Tell your boss to talk to me.
I need to get with Silk. Don't forget, I got a prize for you. Don't forget. So we did not do the question for today, but we will add it in next week only because of the obvious things. We had technical situations.
Should we ask the question real quick?
No.
Okay, we ask the question.
No, you can.
You want to ask the question?
Yeah, and they just answer it next week.
Okay. So you got 6 minutes, right? There's 6 minutes. So the question is, whose whack ass eggs did Tone say to eat? The second caller with the right answer wins the prize. You got to remember when did I say this? When did I say this? I remember when I said it.
You remember when you said it?
I remember when I said it.
I know.
I know when I said it. I can't tell y'all because that'll give it away for you.
301-232-5700.
Y'all, if you're looking for the previous shows that we have, you can find them on YouTube. Every show we've ever done is on YouTube. Yep. You know what I mean? They're on it. And they're on the app. Are they on the app? That's what you just said?
On this app?
On this app, on Rip Radio app, they can find all of our shows there too.
So I don't have to go to OneDrive and do all that stuff like I used to do?
But we still should.
Okay,
we still because but on the same token, if you still want to see some previous shows that you've missed and you weren't used to, you didn't get to see, you know what I mean? You can see them right here on Rip Radio app, or you can go to our homepage on YouTube and check out our videos there. There's plenty of places to watch and check out our previous shows that we've done. You know what I mean? And more of the upcoming crazy shows that we plan on doing. Yeah. But now that's the question: whose whack ass eggs did Tone say to eat? Second person gets it. Do 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 do. Y'all niggas just don't like winning free shit, do you?
That's okay.
They don't want. I'm gonna keep free shit.
We can keep it.
I'll keep free
next
shit.
week we can open that up and second call. They'll be ready to call then.
Next week you're gonna have to call us. You're gonna have to call us. You know what I mean? I think they shy having a fucking voice on the air or something like that.
No, it's just some new shit.
Oh, no. It's new shit.
It's new shit.
It's all new shit for us too. We just trying to learn this shit. But hey.
I want to have a conversation next week about this rose. I got
about what?
This toy, this rose.
Oh,
I've been here. When my girl came in the shop with two of them, she came in there bought two, and I'm like, what? I Googled it.
Oh, you just realizing about the rose?
Casper, next week, please just have a lot of information. I'm sure he's chock full of information
about that rose. He probably does know.
That rose, and then there's a deluxe one. There's a deluxe one
really?
It's two pieces. Yeah. Let me do some more research.
And then you women wonder why a man can't satisfy you because a motherfucking pussy is desensitized after playing with them toys. I got shit. I got argument for that shit next week too.
I think you should match the toy. I think you should work hard. You should probably buy one for educational purposes.
That shit is motorized.
Bro, listen, your mouth can do it.
My mouth is going to get tired after a while.
Your mouth can do it. That's all right. Just do it for a little while. If you can mimic the vibrations of these things. You have to remember,
this is a toy.
That's what sets you aside from the kids.
The toy doesn't have to worry about your stinky pussy smell. It doesn't have to worry about the sour, the aroma and the taste that's coming from down here. It's a toy. It's going to work regardless. It doesn't matter. It's just going to work. You know what I mean? Human is a little bit different. God damn it. We're going to talk about it next week. See, this is get y'all ready for next week. This shit we're going to talk about next week. You hear her. You see, I'm coming with the ignorant side of things.
And I'm going to counter that ignorance with fact. And he's going to shut what they call the fuck
We're going to see. We're going to see.
I got something for you.
I got to do my homework. On my plane, I'm going to do my homework, even though it's going to pain me. Is there Cliff Notes? Are there Cliff Notes that I can watch?
I mean, I can send you mine because
I know you got Cliff Notes. I just got to go ahead and watch this shit and be done with it now. Kanye, it better be good, damn it.
It's heartbreaking in the end. It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. Okay. All right. Well,
It's our time.
It's our time.
Conway.
You know, sadly, and it's our time. We'll be back next week. I'm Tone.
I'm Kiki.
It's been Real Talk Uncensored, man. Welcome to the new time.
Watch them Beltways. Beltways.